What is up, you guys? Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Hello?
Or you can hear me, bro? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, awesome, awesome. What is up, you guys? How you doing, children? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome, awesome. Put yourself on mute real quick. Awesome. What is up, everyone? I'm International Passport. We have a very special stream today on cryptocurrency. If you're an old subscriber to my channel, thank you for your support. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. We welcome you aboard the passport movement, the stocks movement, the crypto movement, and the wealth movement. This stream today is going to be a very special stream. It's all well and fine to travel to meet foreign women. However, you need money to do that. And cryptocurrency is an avenue to get that money. So we have three special guests. We have DK Polyglot, Trojan, and we also have Cozy212. I don't know where he's at, but we'll give him a few seconds. Cozy, get in the stream, bro. Get in the stream, bro. Where are you at, Cozy? So welcome, guys. While we wait for Cozy, Trojan and DK Polyglot, do you mind introducing yourselves? So we have Cozy212 who's just joined the stream. What is up, Cozy? You right, bro?
Yeah, we're doing good, man.
Awesome, awesome. So starting from Trojan, can you please introduce yourself, guys, and we'll go on from there afterwards. So Trojan, go on first, bro.
What's up, y'all? I'm Trojan. Y'all can hear me well, right?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, you're good,
Okay,
man.
cool. So, yeah, I got into cryptocurrency last year. My main introduction with it was actually prepping in precious metals. I kind of seen that the economy was a bit shaky, and I did a lot of research on it. So I actually originally got into precious metals, but you know, um, things got really bad with the COVID crash. Precious metals were unavailable, so the next best thing was crypto, and I just realized like how different from any other investment crypto was. Like people in the stock market would be happy to make like 40% a year. Precious metal people would be happy to make 40%, within like 5 years. But like people in crypto, they make like 40% in like a week. And, I feel like Black people need to start taking advantage of this investment opportunity. One more thing is, I've been reading up on, crypto millionaire stories. And there was this one story of this guy who bought Bitcoin in early 2011, when Bitcoin was like in the cents or something like that. And he bought about $3,000 worth and just let it sit. Then, when the price jumped in 2014, 2017, he's just a multi-millionaire traveling the world. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. But how y'all doing?
Awesome. Thanks for that intro, Trojan. Cozy212, do you mind introducing yourself to the channel, brother, and speak on why you got into cryptocurrency first and foremost?
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? This is Cozy212. I got into crypto because, one, I wanted to do the digital nomad thing, but I just hit a point where I was like, making six figures from a job is great, but, why kill myself being a slave at a job? I'd rather, have my money work for me, make money in my sleep, and, set things up so, if I want to take care of my family, friends, or just be free, that was my reasons for really getting into crypto, but also because the technology is pretty revolutionary. This is literally a once in a millennium opportunity. Things like this don't come around often. Like the last thing that you could probably say that came around like this was probably the gold rush in the 1800s in America, and probably when the stock market first opened up. But we're at the beginning of this. So I just feel like I want to take full opportunities so I can elevate myself to, several tax brackets in the sky. I'll just leave it at that.
Awesome. Thanks for that intro, Cozy212. We got DK Polyglot. Welcome, brother. Can you please introduce yourself to the chat and why you started investing in cryptocurrency? DK Polyglot, can you hear me, bro? DK. Yeah, he's busy at the moment. He's probably be playing some game or something. But Cozy212, check up on him real quick if you can. So I want to go into the first question here.
Oh, there we go. I got unmuted finally.
Awesome. Welcome,
Okay,
DK Polyglots. Can you please introduce yourself to the stream and why you started investing in cryptocurrency?
Okay, well, I'm DK Polyglot, and I like to travel a lot. I settled down. I'm originally from the West, but I settled down in the East for a little bit. And basically, the overall thing for me is freedom. I see cryptocurrency, the privacy nature that was initially attached to it, as a way to have freedom to do the things we want to do more of what we want to do when we want to do it, with who we want to do it, and where we want to do it. And that's my whole thing, is just to get out of the rat race all the way through and to just have total freedom and to be able to go where I want when I want to.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. So the first question I have for you guys is, what is cryptocurrency? Because a lot of people, they know of cryptocurrency, but they don't know actually what it is specifically. So starting with Trojan, can you please explain to us what you feel cryptocurrency is?
You want the long answer or the short answer? No, I'm playing. So pretty much, I'll just start from the beginning, make it as simple as I can for people to understand. So pretty much, you heard of BitTorrent and all that, the music sharing and all that stuff. So back then, well, even now, it kind of is illegal. And pretty much the way they got around that was pretty much creating something called, decentralization. If you were file sharing, they could track it down to the computer that started it, and then you would get charged for the music sharing, and they'd screw you over, blah, 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 you get arrested. If you notice, that never happens anymore. The reason why is because we have decentralization. Decentralization means that literally there is no one place that is holding up the network. The network is being held up by every single owner of, if it was like music sharing, every single owner of the music sharing, every single person who uses the site, they are the ones that hold up the site. So what is the government going to do? Arrest all like 3 billion people that use the site? They can't do that. So it's like decentralization sort of makes it so that we as a collective hold up the network, but the network is not tied up to any one or group of people. So pretty much they created Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is pretty much the same thing, except it's a currency. You can't go to the Bitcoin office and tell them
Sorry,
to stop.
bro, you keep cutting off in and out.
Oh.
I think you're too close to your mic. So, start speaking again. You're fine now. Carry on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I think my connection's like a little crazy. Am I good now?
Yeah, you're right now. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So pretty much it's like, you can't really go to the Bitcoin office and shut down Bitcoin because every person that uses it upholds the network. So long story short, they kept working on it. One person sent out the documents to Bitcoin, and then a bunch of people got up lawyers, and then they just started upholding network. Everybody got involved in it, and then pretty much it started off in the cents. Then, as time went on, it went to the dollars, then hundreds of dollars, and thousands of dollars. And then, the moments that people remember, the 2017 moment, where people who, bought little scraps of Bitcoin became millionaires, like people were becoming rich left and right because Bitcoin hit $10,000 and then $20,000. And it was an investment that originally started off in the cents. So then people started realizing, how far cryptocurrencies can go. But essentially, Bitcoin is pretty much a decentralized currency, which means there's no one person holding the network. It's held by everybody who upholds the network. And it's pretty much one of the best investment opportunities of our time because, it cannot be shut down by any one person. If anybody says that they can make it illegal or shut it down, they're lying to you, because, like I said, the only way they could shut it down is by tracking down every Bitcoin owner, which is probably like, I don't know, at least like a couple billion people. And they'd all have to take the Bitcoin off their devices, which would be absolutely impossible. So it's a decentralized currency. It pretty much is the currency of the people. And all the other cryptocurrencies are pretty much advanced versions, or, you know, versions of a decentralized currency that they're trying to advance some sort of technology and, you know, make society a better place with that tech.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Trojan. I've got a question for Cozy212. First of all, actually, two questions for you, brother. Do you agree with Trojan's statement? And second question is, what happens if banks stop rejecting cryptocurrency payments? Because obviously, when you sell your coin and you want to cash out cryptocurrency, but the banks are saying, no, we don't accept cryptocurrency payments, wouldn't that shut down the whole cryptocurrency network? What are your thoughts on those two questions, Cozy212?
For the first question, I'll keep it short. I agree 100% with Trojan. He actually said a lot of things I would say, so I don't really have much to add on. For the second part, as far as banks not accepting cryptocurrency, well, with cryptocurrency and blockchain, you're not going to need the bank in the first place, so they kind of won't really matter as much as, as we proceed forward into the future. And by future, I mean the near future. So you will have some situations where I know in, I think it was England and India where, all right, some banks are banning the purchase of it, but there's still ways to get around that. So they can try to block all they want, but people are going to find ways around that, doing VPN, using PayPal. There's so many different ways you can do it, So they can do that all they want, but it won't really matter. They're kind of just wasting their time and money. And honestly, God, they're just lying to the people, trying to make people seem like, oh, cryptocurrency is evil, or like the old stories they used to say, oh, it's used for drugs or it's used for money laundering, which is a bunch of trash to say because, every dollar in the world is used for that as well. So it's kind of a null and void argument.
Awesome. Thanks for clarifying that. For many people scared to invest in cryptocurrency. Cozy212, again, I want to pivot back to you. When we spoke on IG, you were the brother who got me into cryptocurrency. Originally, I was a bit hesitant because I didn't really understand it. And like you said, we were hearing stories about cryptocurrency only being used for like Silk Road and all these other shady marketplaces on the dark web. But once you broke it down for me, I was like, why not? And I want to give you a huge thanks, Cozy, for getting me into cryptocurrency. I do have another question for you. You mentioned how it's going to be the fourth industrial revolution. It could make a lot of brothers very wealthy. Can you please expand on that within the stream, please, to other viewers?
Yeah. So before we get to the wealthy part, I'll explain briefly about the fourth industrial revolution. So, in a nutshell, the fourth industrial revolution is the next phase of technology, technological advancements in the world. So that's going to include robotics, AI, machine learning, biotechnology, space technology. It's also going to include blockchain technology, which is what we're pretty much talking about right now. And basically, we are heading to a more technological digital age, and cryptocurrency is going to be what people are going to use as a means of exchange, but also blockchain technology in general, it's going to overlay literally everything. So think about how we use the internet in everyday lives, right? So before, the only thing you could do on the internet, say in the early to mid 2000s, was email, go to a few sites here and there. But you fast forward to like the mid 2010s, like around 2015, 2016, you see that we're using the internet everyday life to call a taxi, order food, pretty much do work online, talk to our relatives overseas. And blockchain is going to do something similar to that, but in a more disruptive fashion. So the technology behind blockchain, in a nutshell, basically it's a immutable ledger where it can't be hacked, it can't be changed, it's transparent. So it pretty much makes a new form of trust. Like all of these institutions that we have is so we can, conduct business and do things in society with some level of trust where we can know something's going to get done. Blockchain, however, is going to eliminate a lot of people in the middle. So middle managers, accountants, people in law that have to check this paperwork and make sure something's right, house deeds, all kinds of things. So because of that, this technology coupled with artificial intelligence and machine learning, it's going to eliminate a lot of jobs. So, and I know a lot of people in the Black community kind of shy away from technology, which honest to God, it needs to stop, because this is where we're heading. Being able to utilize technology or even code is going to be just as important as knowing how to read and do basic mathematics, probably in the next 2 years. So pretty much right now, we're at the beginning. We're still very early, even though people are making a lot of money. I'm making a lot of money on crypto. And right now, this is the cheapest you're going to get this stuff at. Once this takes off and money starts coming in from institutions, other markets, a lot of people don't know, but Tesla tokenized their stock, right? So that's going to be the beginning of tokenized stocks in general. More and more people are going to start following suit. Same thing with what happened with Tesla when they bought Bitcoin. Companies saw Tesla bought Bitcoin. They made more profit in Bitcoin than they did selling cars. So that trend is going to continue. More companies going to get on because they're like, well, I'm not going to just let them win, or why leave this money on the table? And a lot of people see Elon Musk as one of the smartest people in the world. So they're going to think, okay, there got to be something there if he's actually doing it. Now, because of all this technology coming out and the elimination of jobs, this is probably, and I don't want to get dark, but I just want to be real. This is probably like one of the last opportunities a lot of people have to get themselves out of working class so they can just be an investor, a businessman, or whatever it is they want to do. Because I'm pretty sure everybody knows we are going to get some kind of economic crash pretty soon, not just America, but the world in general, over money printing, effects of COVID on the markets and everything. So because of that and the possibility of hyperinflation of, all global currencies, you want to put your money somewhere safe. Gold and silver is being brought up in record numbers. You can barely find it anywhere. And if you do find it, you're paying a pretty high price for it. The stock market is up and down right now. There's obvious manipulation going on. So once that crashes, housing market crashes, and then, the currencies aren't any good, the only place people are going to be able to put their money really is cryptocurrency. So before this money floods in, it's better if you get in now while it's cheap rather than be like the people, they knew about Bitcoin in 2012 and then they saw it go up in 2017 and they're like, oh man, I knew about that. I should have bought that. I could have been a millionaire by now. I could have been retired by now at, age 25, doing whatever I want. And people say this literally every time crypto runs. So the reason why I've been pushing it is so people can actually understand what's going on, have a nice, clear roadmap of where the world is headed, not getting caught up in things that are unimportant, like, all this crap going on in YouTube spaces, so they can actually take care of themselves, their family, and prosper.
Yeah. Thanks for that breakdown, Cozy212. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I have a question for DK Polyglot, and my question is, so with stocks, right, people know what they're buying. So for example, if I was to buy Microsoft stock, I know I'm buying it because Microsoft has a product, computers, games, a whole eco space, right? But what I find is people don't really understand what they're investing in cryptocurrency. So for example, VeChain, people are saying buy VeChain, right? But people don't actually understand what VeChain actually is, the tech behind it. Can you please explain, for example, VeChain? Why should an average person invest in VeChain? Ignore the hype based on its use case, based on the technology behind it. What makes so if you compare it to a stock, right? I'm buying Tesla stock because Tesla makes cars. They make batteries. But what's the use case for VeChain? If you can go on Polyglot.
Well, basically, VeChain is the main blockchain for supply chain and logistics. We're basically keeping track of items. As we all know, what's happening in the supermarkets in the future is, as right now, everything is barcoded, and they do that to scan the price, to scan it in the warehouse where it's going to be. Well, what VeChain can do is it can verify it. It can verify the authenticity of whatever the item is that you're going to buy, from the time it leaves the factory to the time it ends up on the shelf on the door. You can be 100% guaranteed and sure that, since it's being recorded on that blockchain ledger for VeChain, that it is the authentic product, and is basically supply chain logistics. And that's very important for international shipping, for commerce. Logistics is a very big thing, as everyone knows, because everyone who uses an iPhone, most of those are built in China and Southeast Asia these days. So everybody has to keep track and make sure that it is the item that it purports to be when they pay their money for it. So that is very important. Also, there's partnerships that you have to look at. When you look at the cryptos, it's more than just looking at what the price is and the popularity of it. You also have to look at what partnerships that they have going on. The team that is developing the crypto, who are their business partners? What big companies are working with them? What big companies are actually going to use their technology? And what are those companies doing with it? You have to look at all of these things. I say damn near stock a cryptocurrency. If there's a crypto you hear about, stock it, meaning just look for any bit of information you can find about it, about how their company structure works. Look at their balance sheet, look at anything that they have going on in their system, and know everything that you can about it before you put your money into it.
Okay, so question for you now, DK Polyglots. So when I'm investing in stocks, I have websites I go to, such as Investors Place or Motley's Falls. What are the equivalents to that for cryptocurrencies to actually do your due diligence on a crypto coin? Are there any websites that you would recommend?
Well, there's Live Coin Watch is one that's popular. You can also go to CoinMarketCap. There's a lot of different websites for that. But the main thing that I would do is, first, I would actually go to the official website of the cryptocurrency and look at some of the documentation they have there and the partnerships that they have listed, and then go and look at those partnerships, the company's websites, and see if you can find verifiable proof of it, to be sure that it's actually legitimately what's going on, that they really do have a partnership going on.
Awesome. Thank you very much, DK Polyglot, for answering my questions. I want to pivot back to Trojan. If you put yourself on mute, DK, thank you. Trojan, let's say, for example, you have a new investor, right? And they come to you and ask you, where can I buy cryptocurrencies? There are so many different exchanges. There's Coinbase, there's KuCoin, and all these other crypto.com as well. What would you recommend people to actually sign up for and buy crypto coins on?
Well,
is it just one exchange? Is it multiple exchanges? Go on, bro.
Here's the thing with crypto, you gotta really go slow with it. You can't just throw yourself into it, because then that's how you get fall for scams, and you got to understand everything you do as you do it. There's a strong learning curve. I will give you that. But here's the thing. I think all beginners should just start with Coinbase. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about because just start with Coinbase. You can register, link your bank account, do the KYC, whatever. Just register for Coinbase. Make sure the email you register is safe. Make sure that it's set up. Coinbase actually pays you to learn about crypto. It sounds really crazy, but they pay you little, you do little quizzes and you learn about Stellar. You learn about the network. You learn about the technology. Then Compound, you learn about the technology. They pay you like a little commission. And then you learn about this different currency. And you can do that, and you can start to explore, okay, this isn't just, different, little colored coins. Like, these coins actually have a use case. And then if you look down in Coinbase, you can actually see the little articles on each coin, and then what that coin's related to. You could look at the chart, you could click all, you could see what the price has been the last couple of years, how long it existed, all of that stuff. Then you could take that, like DK said, plug that into CoinMarketCap, see what it's doing, plug it into YouTube, see how the fan base is. But I would start at Coinbase. You got everything there. It's an exchange. That's where I started. And then you got to branch off into the other stuff like putting your cryptos on a private wallet, securing your private keys, probably getting a hardware wallet to put your crypto. Because you should not be leaving it on an exchange, but the beginners really need to just start slow, get Coinbase, learn about the technology of these other coins, and then that's where you could start figuring out, where to go from there. And then after that, I would go to starting to get a private wallet, like the Exodus wallet. You could transfer all the cryptos you hold in Coinbase to the Exodus wallet. Check their website to make sure which ones can be in Exodus and which ones can't. And then you can send them right over there. And then you could start. There are some coins you can swap for in Exodus that you can't get on Coinbase. And then that's how you start exploring and like, oh, what's DigiByte? Oh, okay. You start reading up on those new ones that aren't on Coinbase and then their technology and all that stuff. But I really think beginners should start at Coinbase, start learning about the crypto, and stop looking at crypto as just Bitcoin or just Ethereum, and start learning about all of them. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that, children. Put yourself on mute. Thank you. I have a question to every member of the panel, but we'll start with Cozy 212 first. So I feel like security is a very important matter in this whole cryptocurrency. So what I hear about from many people is, okay, they buy the crypto coin, it's held on the exchanges, they can just tap on wallet on Binance or on Coinbase, and they can see all their coins on there. It's advisable to turn on two-factor authentication, just so if someone did successfully guess your password, they need to have another step to get into your account. But people are saying you should move it to a wallet or a USB stick. Cozy 212, can you please explain to us in very simple terms what an external wallet is? These USBs, how do we transfer our coins from the exchanges to these wallets? And my second question to you is, Cozy, is, okay, say you have your coins on your USB. How does it actually update on the latest prices on crypto coins if it's on an hardware device? Go on, bro.
So that's actually a good question, and it's actually way simpler than most people think. I put it like this. Are you loose with your bank account information? No, you're not. Are you loose with your credit card information? No, you're not. So treat your crypto the same way, but with a little extra, with a little extra strictness on it. Now, as far as transferring cryptocurrency goes, it's actually a very simple process. And if you have, say, most people have a software wallet on their phone, like Trust Wallet, you got Exodus. Those are like the best two in my opinion right now. Pretty much all you're gonna do is go to the exchange, go to your portfolio on the exchange, select the cryptocurrency you want to transfer. The exchange will give you the option to either receive or send. You're just going to go to send. After that, you go back to your software wallet on your phone. You pull up the same crypto on your phone, the category of it or whatever. And then you can either copy paste the address from your wallet onto the exchange so they know where to send it, or you can just take a picture of the the QR code that they have on the exchange, and it'll transfer the crypto to your phone. Now, the reason why you don't want to keep your crypto on an exchange is because, one, it's yours. You don't need to. If you could keep your money to yourself and not have to worry about the bank and their overdraft fees or anything else, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would do it. In addition to that, sometimes the sites can crash. Keep in mind, any website can be hacked. It's literally just a matter of when, where. It's not exclusive to crypto. It's pretty much across the board. So you just want to make sure online, period, you're taking your own precautions no matter what. So if you're not comfortable with a software wallet, you can go get a hardware wallet, like say a Ledger, SafePal. There's this one I'm looking at, waiting for it to come out, called a Engrave. The hardware wallets are good because they're much more secure. They're not connected to a bunch of different apps. It's not connected to Wi-Fi. It's all on its own. It's in its own device. So it's literally impossible to hack, since they can't access it. So a hacker, they can get into your computer, but there's literally no way for them to get to your crypto because it's on a totally separate device. It's air gapped. Now, as far as being able to see the value of the crypto or the price is going up, real simple. You can just get a portfolio app. Blockfolio and Delta app are pretty good. Those are the ones that most people use. And you can just pretty much record your crypto purchases or sales or trades in there. And as the value of crypto goes up in the market, Blockfolio will record that and show you what your portfolio is worth, which gives you way less risk since it's not on your actual phone, which is a hot device that you're going to be using for, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever it is that you like to use. And you're going to have, all this data coming in and out, which opens up more holes for somebody to try to get into your phone, and then they can get into your crypto. But another thing too is, even with software wallets, even if they got into your phone, if they don't have your private keys, they can't recover your wallet. They can't do anything. So as long as you're storing your private keys on, like a phone book or a stone book, which I recommend people buying if you have crypto, it's probably like the best thing to write your stuff down in. They can't do anything. They can't get in.
Stone book. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's just say there's a scenario here, Cozy, that you have a coin on a physical USB wallet, right? So it's at your exchange, and then in the next 10 minutes, your coin is worth, let's say, 100K on Bitcoin. How can you sell your coin very quickly? Do you plug in your USB to your computer and then connect it to the exchange to sell it? Like, how do you actually sell quickly from an exchange to make sure you get the best price for your coin, if that makes sense?
Well, you can do several ways. So there's a few things you can do. So one, most people don't even use USBs anymore for crypto. Like way back when like Bitcoin and Litecoin, was first coming up, that was the thing. But now that we have hardware wallets and software wallets, USB stick is kind of unnecessary, and that's probably a much slower method. But with the hardware wallet, software wallet, it's the same thing. Just copy paste the code. Even if it's a hardware wallet, all you got to do is transfer to the software associated with it on your computer and then send it to the exchange. It does not take that long, actually. There's some cases like Ethereum where it might be moving a little bit slow. So I would say, depending on what you're trying to sell or whatever target you're trying to hit, watch the market. Already have your crypto in your software wallet ready to go that you're going to sell. Obviously not all of it, just a percentage. Honestly, you should be holding on to your crypto as long as possible. We saw what happened with Bitcoin. People sold for $100 back in 2013. Now it's worth it's on its way to $100,000 probably. So you want to actually hold on to it as long as possible. But the issue of not being able to sell it easily is not really an issue anymore. You have multiple exchanges out here now. You even have brokers like Caleb and Brown in Australia. They're a great firm. Now they're a little bit on the higher end, so once you're selling like a large amount, I wouldn't even waste your time going there. But it's not really an issue like it is before. Like it's not like a stock exchange where you got to wait to certain times. If you got a broker, you got to wait for your broker to do it. You can literally go in anytime you want and sell your crypto at any time, 24/7.
Okay, so you would recommend us to use a software wallet over a hardware wallet in that case, what software wallets would you say are the best ones for us to use?
It's actually reverse, and it's actually use both.
Okay.
You know, like I'm waiting for a certain hardware wallet to come out, so I haven't gotten one yet. But once it comes out, the majority of my crypto will be stored on there. And then, you know, crypto for my trading portfolio, that's separate from like my main portfolio. I'll probably keep that on the software wallet, you know, to do some flips, some trades here and there, whatever. But as far as the best software wallets, I would say Exodus, Trust Wallet. What was that other one called? Garter Wallet's pretty good. Those are all three of those are multi-coin wallets. Very straightforward to use. Exodus is probably like the most beginner-friendly one to use out of all of them. Very simple. Now, hardware wallets, I would say you can do Ledger, you can do SafePal. Again, Engrave, that one hasn't come out yet. You can do Trezor. But with this kind of space, I recommend using a combination of things. You know, just so you can have multiple options to be able to move your crypto whenever you want. You know, don't just rely on one thing. Like, this is definitely not like a one-trick market.
Thanks for that. So you said Gardner wallet for the software wallet, right? Gardner.
Garda.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that, bro. I actually want to carry on from there, actually. So we know the average person isn't very tech savvy. And let's say they decide to leave their money on an exchange. Would you say the best option to mitigate risk is to make sure your email that you use to log in is an email that is not being used on any other services? So maybe create a whole new email, use that email only for cryptocurrency, and then have 2FA enabled on your account. If they don't have 2FA enabled, make sure your password is very, very complex. So I'm talking minimum 10 characters, capital letters, numbers, exclamation mark, full stops, and all that stuff. Would you say that's another alternative options for the not so tech savvy people?
Yeah, and honestly, you shouldn't just do that with crypto, but you should do that with all your financial instruments in general. You know, keep that separate from whatever email you're using to sign up for, you know, whatever site you're going to, like YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Keep that all separate, since a lot of these other sites, you know, they have a lot of people doing scams, hacks. You know, it's a pretty, you don't want to keep those things in the same place. But yeah, all that, everything you just said, yeah, that would actually work out pretty well.
Okay, thanks for that, Cozy212. I'm going to hit you up about security as well, personally, because I've got to get that right, you know. And
Yeah.
But thanks for that intel, brother. I appreciate it. My next question I have for Trojan is with stocks, right? You have long-term stocks and you have short-term stocks. There are some long-term holders and some short-term holders in stocks. With cryptocurrency, would you say it's more beneficial for an individual to hold their coins for 5 years, 10 years? Or would you say 6 months to a year? You know, where do you see cryptocurrency in the future?
So
If you hold it for a long time, is it worth doing that?
So here's the thing, right? So think about, I used to read so many stories of just, you know, down bad, you know, ridiculous people who just ended up becoming filthy wealthy off of Bitcoin. And literally all of the stories, you know, the ones who became filthy wealthy, they've kept their crypto for at least more than a year. In some cases much longer. For example, right, there's somebody who had, you know, and this is a true story, he had 10,000 Bitcoin. And I don't know the exact number, but he bought it at about 10 cents or something. And I believe it went up to 20 cents. And guess what he did? He sold all of it. He was so excited. He was ecstatic at the profit that he made, you know? So he made like a couple tens of thousands of dollars of profit. He was happy. He was excited. It was cool. It was great. But then guess what? Bitcoin hit $10,000 and then $20,000 in 2017. So if this guy just kept his Bitcoin for I don't know, 7 or 8 years, he would have been a billionaire if he just kept it. But he didn't. He sold it, when it doubled, he got his little profit, he got his cute little bag, and he left. So here's the thing, right? And Cozy sort of alluded to this. You need to have a hodl bag. Hodl means hold on to dear life. A hodl bag, a bag that you promise to yourself you will not sell and you will keep it long term. Coins in the hodl bag should be coins that you know is going to stay around forever. Theta, Zilliqa, Cardano, VeChain, Ethereum. I mean, hey, it's going to stay around forever. Like, you got to get the coins that you know is going to stay around forever. There's another story. There's a guy, he used to buy illegal credit card information, and the hackers, they only wanted to be paid in Bitcoin. So he bought about $100 of Bitcoin to pay the hackers for the information. Long story short, he stopped doing that life of crime. He left a leftover Bitcoin, I think it was like $46 worth of Bitcoin on his computer, just threw it in the shed, kept going on with his life. Then, he's in high school. He hears that Bitcoin is $20,000 now. He runs down, goes, restores the laptop. Lo and behold, he has $5 million in the laptop. And that was because why? He unintentionally held for like a long time. At least I think it was like 5 to 7 years. So it's like you got to do both. You should have a bag that you're going to hold for a long time. And you will promise yourself, no matter how low it goes, no matter how high it goes, just don't sell it. Just hold on. And then have a bag that, hey, I'm going to buy any coin, any shit coin. I'll buy Doge. I'll buy, Shiba Inu. I'll buy SafeMoon. I'll buy any meme coin, any crap coin. And then I'll trade, if I make some double profit, I'll, buy it. If I end up really liking the coin, I'll transition it to my, my hodl bag. But you should be doing both, because you can make great profits in crypto and you can live off of it. You can. There are people that live off of their crypto, their short-term earnings with staking and short-term profits and trades. But, you don't want to be trading something away for $10,000 and be happy with it when that same bag could have gotten you $5 to $20 million in the future. So you should do both.
Great, thanks for that, children. Before I go on to my next question, I've got a question for you, Cozy212, pivoting back to the security aspect. So when you move your coins to a USB hardware ledger and suddenly you break your USB, does that mean you've lost all your coins because you broke your USB?
If you don't have your private keys, yeah. But if you have your private keys, no.
Okay. Whoa. So you're saying that even though you break your USB stick, if you have your private key, you can get it back. But how can you get it back since you've put all your coins in the USB?
It really depends on how you store it. Again, with the USBs, nobody uses that anymore, and people that do, they're kind of bottlenecking themselves. But the main way people are going to store their stuff is either in a software wallet or a hardware wallet. Now, software wallets, again, say you lose your phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can, once you get your new phone, you can re-download the same app, Garda, Exodus, whatever it may be. Once you got the app on your phone, you set it up, you can then go in and restore your wallet with your private keys, and you got your crypto back, because it's remember, it's locked on the blockchain. The crypto just doesn't disappear in the thin air. It's still in existence. But if it's like, say, a USB and you have it stored in just a straight up file or something like that, it's not on like some kind of, because they do have some USBs where you can actually store software on it and boot software. So if you are going to use a USB, that would be the best kind to do. This way you can actually restore with private keys. But if it's like on a file, you break that USB, you're not getting that back.
Hey, thanks for that breakdown, Cozy212. Say my next question for each and every member of this panel, starting with DK Polyglot, is what cryptocurrencies should we all invest in?
Oh, wow. So there's the HODL list. Those are the ones that are going to be around for quite some time. I would say those are the ones where you could see a real future going in with those coins based on the partnerships that they have, based on the technology and how useful it's going to be. Like, does the technology behind the crypto, the product or service behind it, does it actually solve a real world problem? Or does it actually improve on something that another crypto is doing and does it so much better that eventually it's going to overtake that crypto? So when you look at the fundamentals of the coins, then you can decide which specific ones that you want to go after. So did you want a specific list or just like how to differentiate between the two?
Please provide us with a specific list.
Okay, well, I would recommend, I would say Theta, I would say Cardano, I would say Zilliqa, I would say VeChain, Digibyte. There's so many. It depends on the specific person, but there's a lot of them out there that are going to do well. One thing I like about Digibyte is some of the technology that it has for online security, where you wouldn't need a username and password to access certain sites. There's talks of it in the future about how they're going to use it so that people could actually enter into secure buildings. People are going to use it to verify their online and offline identities, and that's going to solve a lot of real world problems out there. So I definitely see that as being one with a very huge use case.
Thanks for that, DK Polyglot. Children, what can you provide us with a list as to what you personally feel like we should all invest in, especially for guys in the live stream?
So I just want to cover one more thing with the private keys. Software wallets, it's as safe as you make it. You know, like if you have your private keys, right, you got to make sure that there is no digital copy at all. You know, there are two stories. I know there was a retired Army vet. He had about 100K worth of crypto on his Exodus wallet, and he took a picture of his private keys and kept it on his iCloud, you know, to be safe, to, you know, if he could restore it if he can. And turns out somebody hacked into his iCloud somehow and just emptied out his wallet completely, lost 100K just like that. And because crypto is not regulated like that, he cannot get any of that back. Same thing, there's another guy, same thing. He had about 60K. He put his private keys in his email. You know, again, all they had to do was get the email. You know, he got his password, emptied out his account. So the thing is, when you get those seed phrases that they give you, those 12-word phrases or 24 words or whatever, make sure that you only write it on pen and paper. Do not make any digital copies, no pictures. Don't put it in your notepad. Don't put it in your email. And if you did, that means it's compromised. That means there's a hacker that probably has it right now, and he's waiting for you to put crypto on the wallet so he can empty it out. You know, you gotta, because I always say a hacker cannot hack a piece of paper. There's no way they can hack into the I don't know, the WB Mason paper network and go into your file, like, you know, in your bookshelf. Like, there's no way. You know, if you write it on pen and paper and then, you know, go on with your life, there's no way they can hack it. Your private keys are going to be safe and your wallet's going to be safe because they cannot hack it through the software. Even Exodus wallet themselves, they said our stuff is reverse encrypted. We don't even know your private keys. So if you lose your stuff, you come to us, we don't even know your keys because this is to protect you. So that was just the one thing I had to say with software wallets, because I know a lot of people don't have a choice. But in terms of crypto choices, my bad. My favorite.
Actually, hold on. Before you go any further with that, children, let's stay with that private key stuff. So would you say, because, you know, with Life, right, there's so many different services that we use. We've got bank accounts, we've got these streaming services, we've got emails and all that stuff. We have a lot of passwords. Are you saying that it's best for everyone to write all their passwords down on a piece of paper?
Yes, that is the only way, because you got to think about it. You put in your notepad. They have to do is hack your email. They can empty out your account. You take a picture of it. All they have to do is hack into your camera. They can empty out your account. You put in your email. All they got to do is hack your email. And that's even worse, because that means the copy is saved forever. If you put it anywhere on your phone, I don't care how encrypted the app is, it's easier to hack into than, you know, you know, these wallets, they cannot be hacked into. They are reverse encrypted. Even the creators of the wallets can't get your codes. There's no way. There's no back door. There's only the front door, and the front door is the private keys. And if you put it any digital copy, I'm telling you, like, you got to think about crypto as like, like Cyber Chase, or like Tron, or like, I don't know, like Batman Beyond. Like, you got to think of society as like, we're in a technologically advanced age where anything can be done. If somebody knows you've got crypto, they know you got money, which means that they are gonna try. And if they put enough time into it to study you and stalk you and find out what words you probably would use as a password, guess your password, do some computer software. And the computer software nowadays is very powerful. They can guess your password at, so you got to make your passwords long and good, but still that doesn't protect you completely. The only way to protect yourself is to put your private keys handwritten with pen on paper. Because think about it. You put your private keys on paper, the hacker's like, okay, he got Exodus wallet. All right. He has a lot of crypto. I can tell, blah, 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 blah. Let's try to hack him. I can't find his private keys on his email. I can't find it in his iCloud. I can't find it anywhere. We can't hack him. Because that's how crypto is. If they don't have your keys, they literally cannot hack you. So it's like, they can't hack a piece of paper. So I would recommend anybody who has a software wallet, you don't have a choice. If you put in your email, your stuff is compromised. I'm telling you that right now. There's somebody who lost 100 Bitcoin because he put his private keys in his email. Oh, my email's not going to get hacked. Yes, it will. It's just a matter of time. These hackers got all day. They got all day to get into your files. So only handwritten.
What about password managers? I heard they could be quite good.
No.
Okay.
Nope. Digital copy. That's a digital copy. See, it's a trap. See, they get you to do that password manager, and then all they got to do is key log your password. They have very powerful software. These guys, like, they live off of stupid people making dumb mistakes, like putting your private keys in your notepad. They're begging you to do something dumb like that. So they could take their very, very powerful computer and run that software, and that thing goes a mile a minute. Like Flash, when he's like typing in all the different possible passwords, like at light speed. That's what the computer does. It just calculates all the possible things your password could possibly be, and then it'll get it eventually because they know you got money. They got all day, so they'll work. They'll find it, crack your password. They got your keys, boom. But if they crack your password in your email, there's nothing in there but pictures of your daughter and, emails from your boss and crap like that. They can't get your keys. They can't hack you. There's no way they can get into your wallet through your software. It has to be through your keys. And if you have any digital copies, they will get it eventually.
Wow, that's crazy. Before you list your cryptocurrencies for us to buy, I want to say two things, guys. Can you please hit the like button here, because this is free intel by free intelligent brothers. These guys have taken the time out to give you guys a crypto game that most people are paying for. So please hit the like button for this stream, and let's make sure this stream goes out to many other brothers to get this knowledge for cryptocurrency, and we can all get rich and wealthy. My second point is I really think that everyone in this stream should be using emails that they don't use for anything else. So maybe create a new email on Gmail or Yahoo, whatever service, and only use that email for cryptocurrency. Here's why. You have used your current email for many years. You've probably sent a lot of emails out to like job recruiters, you probably signed up on newsletters and all that stuff. So once your email is out in the wild, and that company gets hacked, they have your email. If you only use a new email for your cryptocurrency, it is very rare that they will suddenly find out your email unless Google was hacked. Wouldn't you agree with that, Cozy212?
Yes, I do. And again, you should do that for all your financial tools. So your bank, credit card, M1 Finance profile. Keep all that stuff separate from anything else that you use. And also, just to piggyback off what Trojan said, as far as like the hackers can go, I don't really tell a lot of people, but I actually am a ethical hacker. The stuff that they do to get into your stuff, to get into your devices, your Wi-Fi, they're actually really basic hacks. Like they're not nothing crazy advanced. They're not. You don't have to be like a wizard, like a tech wizard, to do some stupid stuff like that, or whatever. But the main way people get hacked in general, not just crypto, but in general, is because they're being careless. They're not taking the time to read. They're using the same passwords for everything. They're using the same email for everything. That's really it. So as long as you treat your crypto like you would treat the money in your wallet or mattress or Nike box, whatever you put you stash your cash in, you will be okay. Just take the steps, secure your your private keys, make sure everything is set up properly, and you'll be good. And there's no reason for you not to do that, because this is your financial future you're talking about. Like, for example, Zilliqa, if you got 200,000 Zilliqa, which also makes you passive income, why would you risk that? Like Zilliqa hits $20 in the future, you're making like 5 figures a month off of passive income, easy, depending on the amount that you have. So as long
Crazy.
as you take the time, you secure it, you'll be fine. You don't got nothing to worry about.
I actually have a question for you, Cozy. So are you saying that it's highly recommended that we create like 10 separate emails for 10 different services? So one email for a crypto
Nah.
exchange, one email for your stock exchange, or would you say just create a whole new email address, but only use that email address for crypto stocks only, and don't use it to send out other emails to other people? Don't use it to sign up to any newsletters or any stuff like that.
You don't need to make 10 different emails. I mean, if you want to, that's totally up to you. Everybody's a grown person here, but you only need maybe one or two extra, like one strictly for your crypto exchanges, and then another probably, for your stocks, bank, and all that. Just keep it separate from, you just want to keep it separate from your day-to-day stuff. Like I said, IG, Instagram, whatever you use to get into DoorDash, and all these other apps that are usually hackable, that most hackers target.
Thanks
That's
for that.
all you got to do. It's actually not as complicated.
Awesome. Thanks for that, bro. I would also say change your passwords like every 5 months, just in case, guys. Just change it randomly. Once 5 or 7 months have passed, just change your password. Constantly change your password. Do you want to say something, Trojan?
Oh,
Trojan, do you want to say something?
no. Well, not really. But
Okay, put yourself on mute
what was?
very quickly.
Okay, got it.
Hold on. Yeah, so I'd say, guys, change your passwords constantly. Make sure you are conscious in all aspects in your lives, whether it's your bank, crypto, stock exchanges, because it's crazy out here. You got people who have millions in their stock portfolios and they're very careless. So although it's all trying to find making money, security is also important, like Cozy212 just said, and DK and Trojan. So please do that. So Trojan, give us a list of cryptocurrencies that people in the stream should buy.
Okay. So pretty much, I'll give the long-term holds first. The first long-term hold is Theta. Theta is pretty much creating a decentralized internet, but their main focus is supplying bandwidth, and pretty much solving a billion-dollar problem where, these media companies like YouTube or Netflix need to have a ton of bandwidth to store their data. And pretty much Theta is making it so that every user upholds the network. They have partnerships with Sony, Samsung. The co-creator of YouTube is behind Theta as well. The co-creator of Twitch is behind Theta as well. It's just it's one of those like companies that you see like Amazon. Like, it's starting slow, it's inching along, but it's going to be big in the future based on their plans and their roadmap and their white papers and what they want to do. The second one is Zilliqa. That one is pretty much trying to create trying to add scalability to blockchains. They have really good partnerships with Singapore, the Singaporean government. You can actually make a large income interacting with their ecosystem because they have really high staking rates. You can earn about 14% just staking with them, which is pretty high for cryptocurrency in staking. And then my third pick would be Digibyte. I think somebody in the comments talked about how they want to create a Digi ID so that you don't have to have so many passwords, and that's definitely going to be used a lot in the future. And in cybersecurity is going to be very important in the future, especially with a lot of things going digital like money. I will move on to some trading cryptos. A good trading crypto I would have is Polygon or Matic. That one has been extremely volatile towards the upside. You can find it on Coinbase. I don't necessarily know their use case. I know that they're an Ethereum competitor in a way, but I mean, let's be real, a lot of the cryptos are with their high fees. Another good one for trading could possibly be, you could possibly use Stellar. Shiba Inu is also a good one. The meme coins, like Doge as well, because it's like, even though that coin may not have a use case, it's getting a lot of publicity and traction, and you can pretty much ride the wave up as the hype, explodes even further on Twitter and with the youth. So definitely, those are my picks.
Thanks for that, children. Before I go on to Cozy212 for his picks, guys, Dogecoin, buy it and let's ride it up to $1 or plus. $1, guys. Let's get Dogecoin to $1. All right, Cozy212, give us your picks as to what we should, what crypto coins we should buy.
Well, actually, my picks are nearly identical to Trojans and DK polyglots. But some other mentions I would say would be VRA, Tezos, Kava. Another good one would probably be Ocean Protocol. Another good one would be RSR. Now, Chainlink as well. The reason I'm naming those is when it comes down to crypto, you really want to pretty much look at the use case, and I know we said this before, but as long as you're looking at the use case of a coin, like the ones I just mentioned, you will be okay. Like, you don't need to get into a crypto where it's just a carbon copy of Bitcoin, Litecoin, or anything of that nature. They're gonna not really have too much value going forward. But you have things like Tezos, where it's dealing with real estate. You got things like Ocean Protocol, it's dealing with data on the internet. You got things like VRA, where it's dealing with ads on the internet. Those are all multi-billion-dollar industries, and they're solving problems in those industries that they desperately need. So that means there's a giant market for it. That means a lot of people are actually going to invest into it because it's gonna actually do something. It's not just it's not like I hate to say it, it's not like Dogecoin where it's literally nothing. Dogecoin, I got some too, but Dogecoin is literally all hype, pretty much, and it's gonna go past $1. Like, Gen Z is gonna push it past $1. Like, it's gonna happen. If somebody's telling you no, it's not gonna happen, they don't know how to analyze markets, and not analyze society or anything of that nature. Like, talk to people that know what they're talking about. Talk to people in the communities, and they'll tell you otherwise. Don't go to your accountant. Don't go to your stock guy. Unfortunately, talk to people that are actually in the community and know what's actually happening. But yeah, as long as you stick to cryptos that have a great use case, you'll be fine.
I've got two questions for you, Cozy212. My first question is, are there some crypto coins that you would say do not touch, do not even buy it absolutely whatsoever? And my second question is, can you please explain to us what staking is and how we can get into it and what resources we can use to learn more about it? Thank you.
Oh boy. All right. That's actually quite a long list of cryptos not to buy.
Give us a few.
It really is, man. It really is. So, I would say this because I'm going to say this. So, as far as cryptos to just stay clear from, try to stay clear from cryptos that have like an outrageous supply cap. You know, if it's saying, oh, it has like 1 trillion coins or something, you know, you're not really going to touch that. There are special situations where even though the supply cap is really high, it'll still run because, again, hype. People are pushing it. They're trying to pump it, whatever. But I don't suggest that for everybody. Honestly, you should do that once you understand the market and how things are running in the communities.
Yo,
We good? Hello?
yeah. Is that you? Is that your car? Something.
Nah, bro. That's not me, man.
What was that?
I don't know.
Hey,
It's not like a motorcycle, man.
hey, carry on, dude.
Yeah. So I'll do it like this because, you know, it'll take forever if I go down that list. I'm probably gonna make a little list in the guide I posted in the chat. You know, you guys are free to click the link and use it. And I'm gonna make a separate list outside of coins to buy for coins to just like outright avoid. It'll have reasons why. Like, there's multiple reasons why for some coins. Like, it could be the development team might be shady. It hasn't had any updates in a while, or you know, the tokenomics are just horrible. There's a multitude of reasons, but for staking, in the simplest terms, it's pretty much like you buy a stock that pays you out a dividend, you know, and the more of a crypto that you have, the more of the staking rewards you would get. So, for example, with the amount of Zilliq I have, you know, I make about, you know, 50 to 60 Zill a day. And I can either have the option to trade it for another crypto, or I can stake it just to keep the pool growing bigger. It's pretty much free passive income.
All right, thanks for that, Cozy212. Appreciate that, bro. So for staking, can you please explain to us what that is and how it can be a medium for passive income for people who buy certain cryptos and what those certain cryptos are? If that's okay with you, bro. Cozy, you there? Cozy.
I can jump on if
Oh,
you don't mind.
did he go somewhere? I don't go on, children. If you let us know what coins we shouldn't buy, like you said in the private chat, and also
Okay.
tell us more about staking, what it is, what coins actually do staking, and
Okay.
make sure it's very dumbed down for people to know what it is.
So
Come on,
pretty
bro.
much, I remember a famous quote. I don't know who said it, but when they go left, you go right. When they zig, you zag. You know, the people who got rich off Bitcoin, it's because they went into something that nobody else was going into. They went into an investment that nobody else was going into. Now that people are getting to Bitcoin, if you want to be wealthy, you're gonna have to go where nobody else is going. You know, the thing is that Bitcoin at this point, the price it's at now, it's not gonna make you wealthy. If anything, Bitcoin and a lot of these what I call first generation cryptos, they are good for retaining wealth, but they are definitely not good for building wealth if you're starting from nothing, or you as a regular salaryman is trying to get to the point where you can be financially independent and travel the world. So I would say Bitcoin, not necessarily avoid, but treat it as a store of wealth. Do not think that you're going to buy Bitcoin and get rich off of that. Do not pour like most of your profile into it. You know, you're going to get wealthy. And as somebody else on the YouTube space said, I know Brother Oheen said this. You're going to become a millionaire with the altcoins. The altcoins are the ones that's going to get you rich, not Bitcoin. It is a store of wealth. So I would generally avoid Bitcoin in terms of if you want to gain wealth and financial independence. Another one I would kind of avoid in terms of building wealth is a lot of people might hate me for this, but I will say Ethereum. The reason why is because, again, if Ethereum doubles, if it goes to literally 4,000 or like 5,400, it doubles. You gain double your profit. But if a coin like Digibyte that a couple days ago was sitting at 10 cents, if that just goes to 20 cents, you got the same amount of profit. And guess which one is moving faster? Digibyte, because Digibyte just passed 15 cents today. You know what I mean? Like these smaller coins, they don't have that much, distance to carry to get a 50% jump or double your money or triple or quadruple or 10 times or 20 times your money. So you got to be looking at the good coins with good use case that are in the cents. So these large coins like Compound, Maker, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I know y'all gonna hate me for it. I know I'm gonna get hate for it, but I gotta say it.
Ethereum.
You
Okay,
got
let me counteract Ethereum for you, because Ethereum right now is around, I think it's around $3,000. We have Ethereum 2.0 coming out this summer. People are saying the bull case for Ethereum by the end of this year is $15,000. Oh, so
okay.
are you saying that we should stop buying Ethereum, or should we
I
continue buying it until it reaches 15,000K, cash out and leave it as that?
I would treat it again a store of wealth. When you make your profits off of the good small coins, yeah, throw it into Ethereum if you want to keep yourself safe. You'll get a nice, steady, slow gain. But I'm saying like, okay, Digibyte. Let's say Digibyte. It's at like 15, or let's say when it was 10 cents, right? If Digibyte just goes to $3, you made 30 times your money. If you want to make 30 times your money with Ethereum, you got to make Ethereum needs to be going like dang near past like 100K, or well, not. I know my math is bad, but like you know what I mean. Like it got to go to a high
Yeah.
number, 90K, right? It has to go to a really high number to get you that same gain that can easily be filled with those small caps. So again, I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm saying treat it like it is. It's a store of wealth now. If you wanted to be rich off Ethereum, you should have bought it with Dan Conway back in 2016 when it was $2, when it was $5, when it was $6. We're too late for that, and then it's not to say don't buy it, but treat it like a store of wealth, like it is. If you want to get rich off of something, you got to catch it early. You got to catch it when it's in the cents. Because you can buy Digibyte, you can buy thousands and thousands and thousands of it with the money that you have personally sitting in your bank. But you can't buy thousands and thousands of Ethereum. You can't even buy hundreds and hundreds of Ethereum without like a huge financial sacrifice. So I'm saying the biggest opportunity we have to get wealthy is buying these small cap coins that have great use cases and great technology. Now, if you want to maintain your wealth, yeah, go back to Bitcoin, go back to Ethereum, hold your money there, because you know that investment is at least safe. But in terms of building your wealth, you got to stick to those lower cap altcoins.
Okay. Thanks for that, children.
To
Let
piggyback.
me
Oh,
get
sorry.
212. Yeah. What would you? Yeah. Carry on 212. What were you saying?
So
bro?
since Trojan said, he didn't want to do the math right now, right? To piggyback off what he was saying, because his point was rock solid. That was great. Okay, Ethereum costs 2,000, right? $2,767.28, right? That gets you one Ethereum. When Ethereum goes to if Ethereum does go to $15,000, you're only really making like roughly 13K if that one Ethereum goes up. But you can take that same $2,767, you can throw that into VeChain, which is at 19 cents right now. That'll give you, instead of one Ethereum, you'll get 13,000 VeChain, right? When VeChain hits $20 later this year, you're gonna make $272,506. Now,
yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but you feel me? I want to make some money, so I'd rather throw my money at VeChain.
That's the dude. Okay. Yeah. I want to carry on this Ethereum argument later, but I want to move on to staking. Cozy212, could you please explain to us what staking is, how we can make money off it, what what crypto coins actually do staking, and just make it very simple for us, because a lot of brothers are saying they don't know what staking is. Could you please elaborate for that?
So
Cody 212.
very simple. Staking is simply when you lock your crypto onto the blockchain to receive rewards. Think of it as like, you go to a bank and, you open up like a, 3-year CD and you'll gain interest over time. Like it's not going to be a lot at all, but, they're giving you, a couple pennies or whatever. It's pretty much the same thing as that. But in this case, you're doing it with crypto. Now, dependent on how, just like with a CD, depending on how much money you put into that CD, in this case, depending on how much crypto you have locked up into the blockchain to help the network, will determine how much you will receive in rewards. So again, like if you have like say 200,000, Teslas or something, you're gonna make a great return on your staking rewards per month. And with the staking rewards, each coin that they give you for that month is going to be the same value of the coin at the time. So let's take Bitcoin, for example. If Bitcoin did stake, right? And say you had, I don't know, this is all rough math, hypothetical math, by the way. If you had like, say, 500,000 Bitcoin, right? And that 500,000 Bitcoin made you, say, 500 Bitcoin per month, right? All you got to do is take 500 Bitcoin times whatever the current price. I think it's like 58,000 right now. Next thing you know, you're making $29 million a month passive income off of that.
$29 million or $29,000 a month?
Oh, $29 million. I'm just using Bitcoin as an example.
Okay, yeah.
That's
okay.
all.
So what's the easiest way for people to get into staking?
Oh, yeah. So a lot of the wallets I mentioned earlier, like Garter Wallet, Trust Wallet, and especially Exodus, you can actually stake your crypto directly on the wallet. You don't really have to do anything special. Some of them do it automatically, like VeChain, and others, you might have to actually opt in for that. There is some of them do have a period where it's locked in the blockchain for a certain amount of days, like Zilliqa. If you do stake your Zilliqa, it is going to be locked up for. If you decide to unstake it to take some out, it's going to be 15 days before you can actually take it off of the staking pool. Now, an example of like good staking cryptos, Zilliqa, VeChain, especially Theta. Theta is going to make people dramatically rich, and I mean that in a literal sense because of T-Fuel and the staking rewards. You also got Cardano. You also have let me see. You got Cosmos. There's a bunch. There's a giant list of cryptos at stake, and honestly, those should be the main ones you go after. This way, if you got a nice big bag of crypto and you're making great staking rewards, you don't have to cash all that crypto. You can just use the staking rewards to go do what you need to do, just so you don't decrease your net worth.
Awesome. So have you made money off staking, Cody 212?
Yes.
Quite a lot. I'm guessing quite a lot, right?
Yeah. And this is not even we're not even in the parabolic runs yet. Like people happy from February and a little bit of March. That was just a preview of what's coming.
Wow. So when you make the money off staking, do you cash it out to your bank account or?
No. Right now, okay, so crypto is going to keep going up. The market is not going to be like how it was before, where okay, we have that one giant parabolic run, and then for 2 years it's in the trash. It's not gonna be like that no more. It's gonna keep on going up every year from here on out because we have like the perfect economic storm that's gonna facilitate that. So right now, if you do get staking rewards, I would not even touch them. The only thing I would say use your staking rewards for is to get more crypto. So, if you're making like say, I don't know, like 1,000 Cardano a month, right? Cardano is what, $1.34. You got 1,300 to work with, pretty much roughly. You can take that 1,300 every month, go buy some Polkadot, go buy some Theta. Please buy Theta. That coin's amazing. Go buy some VeChain with that. Go buy some Stellar Lumens. Just keep just keep your bag growing. Like, you really want to think long term. Like, don't get into the day trading mentality with crypto. The day traders, yeah, all right, they might get lucky, make $10,000 one month. They might get lucky, make, oh yeah, I made $500 in one day. But the people that always make the most money are people that hodl, which means hold on for dear life, and just simply keep their crypto. They don't sell it all. They do like maybe a little percentage. You want to keep your crypto as long as possible because the prices are going to keep getting ridiculous. Like, even this year, they're going to go up a lot, but even this year is a preview of what's to come.
Thanks for that, Cozy212. DK Polyglot, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah, basically, it's part of my daily morning routine. After I go for a walk in the mountains and I come back down to my spot, what I do is I typically go ahead and I take my staking rewards and I flip them into other cryptocurrencies. I have a term that I use to describe cryptocurrencies that stake that I think a lot of people will find quite interesting. I basically call them vampire killer cryptos because a stake through the heart will kill a vampire, and dealing with these staking cryptos is going to kill all the poverty in my life.
Yeah, I like that mentality, DK. All right, thanks for that, guys. Question for you all. Is there a particular day in the week where it's the best time to buy cryptocurrency? Like maybe there's a slight dip and you can buy it cheaper. Like with stocks, right? There's normally a time, it's probably Friday, Monday morning where it's the best time to buy stocks. Is it the same for cryptocurrency as well? Is there a day in the week that we can buy it, cheaper than it was the day before? Go on, Trojan.
I wouldn't even say that there's a best day. There's just the best time is when it's low. And especially if you see a coin that has good fundamentals, I would definitely just buy more when it's low. Usually when a coin is running, they have what's called as FOMO, fear of missing out. Everybody piles on and tries to buy it on the way up. And usually the people who buy at the top, they lose a lot of money because it goes back down. Not back down, but like it consolidates a little bit, right? So if you see that coin shoot up, that means that coin has a little bit of gas. It has a little bit of juice in it. That means it's going to do well. You can look at the fundamentals of the coin. If you got faith in the coin, you should buy it when it falls. Because when it falls, that's when people start, talking crap about the coin, saying it's a bad coin. Like, for example, let's say Dogecoin, right? When it shot up to 7 cents, people were bullish on it. Then when it shot down to 5 cents, it stayed there for like a couple months. People are talking crap about it. It has no use case. It's a garbage coin. We shouldn't have this. It's going to go to zero, blah, 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 blah. Same thing they said about Bitcoin when it first came out. So what I did is I was like, hey, it's low. Let me just buy it up. It's been sitting at 5 to 4 cents for a long time. I'll just keep buying this thing up. And then, lo and behold, it has another parabolic run. And then you make all that money because when you buy it when it's low, you're getting it from a discount when you take into account what the future price is, according to what your analysis is. And I'm like, if Doge runs like that again, it should be at about 50 to 80 cents. So technically, the price it's at now, which was 5 cents at the time, that's a steal. So I'm going to buy it. And people should do that today. If Doge is at, 30 cents?
Yeah.
I mean, if it runs like it did at the beginning or the middle of the month, it does a 10x, it should be at $3. So technically, 30 cents is a steal. Like, that's how people should start thinking with all the cryptos.
Correct. Thanks for that, Trojan. I think my main problem is that, when there's a dip, but I simply don't have any money to buy that dip. And when I get paid, I have the money there, but the cost of the crypto coin is much higher than it was before. And I'm thinking, what if it goes down again to that original price and I've just wasted money on it? So that's my kind of issue there, which is why I asked you guys, is there a day in the week where you can anticipate a dip? But thanks for that explanation, Trojan.
Wait,
DK.
can I just say one more thing? Just one more thing. So
Go on, mate. Yeah.
I gotta say, we're in a bull run. I always tell people that this is 2017 part 2. Coins are only going to be going up during the bull run. The bear run lasted about 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Right now, we're tipping on the bull cycle. So pretty much Anybody who buys cryptos in mass this year is going to be wealthy by the end of the year. That's a definite. And I noticed a lot of the the Bitcoin millionaires and crypto millionaires in 2017, the ones who maintained their wealth or had enough wealth to maintain were ones who bought their crypto before the summer run. Because there's usually two big runs. There's a summer run and then the end of the year run. And the end of the year one, we all know about that. That the news covered it. Everybody knows about that. So I'm saying this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for everybody in the chat. You got to buy crypto. And guess what? If you choose not to buy it, that's fine. You're gonna buy it eventually when it becomes mainstream and you have no choice. But I'm saying buy it now so you can be wealthy on it, wealthy with it, travel the world, achieve your dreams because you chose to bet on it when nobody else did, just like the Bitcoin millionaires. But yeah, that's what I want to say. My bad.
Thanks for that, Trojan. DK, go on, bro.
A couple of things. First off, Trojan, about what is it, like 4 or 5 minutes ago when you started talking about those very important points, bro, we just had an earthquake over here. It's felt all the way going from Chiba Prefecture all the way up to the top of the main island of Japan, Aomori. I'm in Japan for those that don't know. And I actually felt that my apartment literally started shaking when you started talking about it. So I turned on the TV and I'm seeing all the news about this earthquake that just happened. That's the first thing. So I guess that's a sign. The other thing is that when it comes to when the prices are going up and down, I tend to notice that from the perspective of where I'm at, the price tends to go down around 1 in the morning, JST, Japan Standard Time. And then at 2 in the morning, it goes up slightly from my time perspective. And that's what I look at as far as doing my flips. Now, I had the similar experience of where there would be a dip and I'm waiting to get paid from my fiat-based salary. And then when the Japanese yen hits my account, it's like I could set it to a clock. The dip ends literally a few minutes to a few hours or a day or two right before I get paid. So what I started doing is this. I set out a certain amount of money that I'm going to use every time I get paid. Because here in Japan, we get paid once a month, right? So
Yeah.
I set out a certain amount of money that I'm going to use every month. And then I divide it into fifths. And I decide, okay, on this particular time period, I'm going to use this amount of money. And then when I got my staking rewards up, then I just started using my staking rewards on the daily, regardless of where the pricing is going, because with the vampire killer cryptos, they're going to generate that passive income for you, which are the staking rewards. And then on top of that, you could just switch out one staking reward to get more of another vampire killer crypto to pad it to give you more passive income coming in. So I look at it as not like, oh, the price went up. I lost money when I bought it higher. Now the price is down. I look at it as, hey, it's like your favorite brand of clothing or electronics. When there's an 80% clearance sale, you don't get upset that it's cheaper now. You buy more. That's how I deal with it.
All right. So DK, in Japan, is there a day when that dip happens at around 1 a.m. GST?
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes it's on a Tuesday, sometimes it's on a Wednesday. There's a variety of factors because there's a lot of the cryptocurrency buying and selling activity, even though it's been made illegal in India and China. There's a lot of the activity coming from those parts, from India, China, South Korea, even in Singapore. So it's kind of random. I just noticed that that's the specific time that it happens. It's usually between 1 and 2 a.m. my time zone.
Awesome. Thanks for that, DK. You're in Japan. Oh,
yeah.
I would ask you about Japanese women, but I want to be serious in this stream. Yeah, I know you brothers want to hear about Japanese women, but I think I'll ask you later on in the stream. I want to keep it serious, but I know brothers are thinking, yo, tell us about Japanese women, but I'll ask you later on, DK Polyglot.
I'll just say one thing about it. I've been living in Japan for almost 20 years, and I'm into Taiwanese women from Taiwan. And that's all I'll say about that.
Hey, we need to break down. So are you saying there's Taiwanese women in Japan?
Well, I've seen some Taiwanese women in Japan. I've had Taiwanese chicks that have flown to Japan specifically to just basically cater to me during the time that they're here. But that's a topic for another discussion.
Definitely. Hey, thanks for that intel, bro. All right. If you put yourself on mute, DK, let me just roll through the questions. I want to see that I missed out. What would you guys say, starting with Cozy212, are the most important aspects of cryptocurrency? It can be anything. It's just your opinion.
Well, one, the technology itself, the blockchain technology itself, since it will, free you up from having to rely on the banks. And two, just because there's just so much growth potential that's going to hit. Like, I'm just going to keep it simple as that. And probably also because it's really the freedom, man. Like, it's really the freedom. Like, you can sell it whenever you want. You can exchange it however you want. You don't have to worry about somebody telling you no or anything like that. You can pretty much do with your crypto what you wish for the most part. Obviously, keep it in legal boundaries, but those are the most important things in my personal opinion.
Thanks for that, Cozy. Go on, Trojan. What's your thoughts on that?
Dude, the biggest thing people got to understand is the wealth opportunity that's in front of them. Like, people don't understand how much money is to be made on this. Now, I would just tell everybody, just think back to like 2017, right? Everybody close your eyes and just think to 2017. Bitcoin's 20K, everybody's happy. A bunch of random people became millionaires. Some dorky kid with glasses became a multi-millionaire, and he's living in a high rise in New York. Everybody's growing crazy. How do I buy Bitcoin? How do I sell Bitcoin? It's 20K. Everybody's going wild, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now go back. Let's say you're in a time machine. You go right back to let's say 2011. Bitcoin is 25 cents. You're working your job at, Foot Locker or McDonald's or whatever. You're making your little chump change. You want to buy the new Jordans, show off the girls at school, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? What do you think your first instinct is going to be to do if you went back in time to 2011 after seeing all that stuff in 2017? What do you think you're going to be doing in 2011? You would buy the crap out of Bitcoin, wouldn't you? You would buy that. You would become the poster child for Bitcoin. So I'm saying, treat that as right now. Let's say you're in 2025. Theta is $3,000. Digibyte is $400. Cardano is $420. Silica is $300. Right? You're looking at the prices right now. You got your little money, you can do whatever you want with it, but you're looking at those prices and you're like, damn, I can really become wealthy with this. Yes, you can. So I would tell everybody, you got to understand there's a lot of money on the table if you're patient, if you just put your money in and wait. Of course, it's going to go down. There's going to be those bums, who don't want people like you being wealthy, by the way, who are going to say, oh, yeah, it's going to go to zero. It's not going to work. It's not a safe investment, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny when they say, oh, how about if crypto goes to zero? How about if all your stocks go to zero? What if your business goes to zero? Like, it's a disrespectful thing to say when you think about it, honestly. It's like any other investment. It deserves to be treated as such, except it's just better. It's superior. We make in a week what people make in a year. Literally.
Damn.
So
Literally,
people need to understand, and Black people got to understand, there is money, free money, sitting there, just waiting for you to claim it. And I'm telling you guys, the people who buy crypto now, because it's not a lot of our population, less than 10% of the population is even buying crypto. So if you buy crypto now, you will be the future upper class of whatever society you choose to live in. I'm going to just say that.
Hey, thanks for that intel, Trojan. Before I go on to DK for his thoughts, I want to tell guys to stay away from people who discourage you to not buy crypto or even buy stocks. They'll tell you, oh, you lose all your money, you're just wasting money. Don't believe them, okay? Go with your gut, do your own research, and definitely start investing in cryptocurrency. Avoid people who have a negative attitude. Avoid people who don't benefit your life in any shape or form. I always tell you guys, okay, be about knowledge, be about education. Get your passport to meet foreign women, of course, but of course, get your stocks and get your crypto in order. All right, diversify your money. Don't just rely on your day job. always have a second and third part of income. Even putting £10,000 in some cryptocurrency could be worth millions in 2 years from now, and you can retire off that. So as the brothers Trojan, DK, and Cozy212 have said, get into crypto right now, and don't listen to anyone who wants to stop you from buying crypto. They're haters and they're foolish. DK, what's your thoughts?
It's hard to add much to what the three of you have already said because you all three have covered it pretty well. But I can start with telling you some interesting things about some people that I've worked with. I work in IT in Tokyo, and I've had some coworkers, some of them from India, some from Bangladesh, some from Pakistan. And I was trying to get them in the Silica back when it was less than 2 cents. Another one of them, I was trying to get him into Theta when it was less than $2, and they didn't take it seriously. I had to bully one of these guys into buying some crypto to help him out. And he only put in about 9,000 yen, which I think is maybe around 75 US dollars. And I told him, look, this price of this is going to go up. You might as well get more. He was talking about he's afraid. Well, that's too much money. If I make all this money, it's too much money. He's literally afraid to become wealthy. So anybody who's trying to discourage you from getting into crypto, they're afraid and they're projecting their fears onto you. Because even my coworkers from India and Bangladesh that I work with now, working for doing IT in Tokyo, they tried to tell me one time when we all went out as a group of coworkers to have some drinks and to eat. They're trying to tell me that I shouldn't be investing any money in crypto. They're worried about me. What if governments disagree with it? And I was telling them, it doesn't matter what governments agree with because it's like the internet. They can't turn off the internet on the whole planet. So I can just go somewhere else if I don't like it. I'm an American living in Japan and a black man at that. So I didn't like what I saw in America in the 90s. So I got up and left. But they just don't get it. So anybody who's trying to discourage you from seeking out your freedom, it's because they're a slave and they're comfortable with their slavery and they're uncomfortable with anybody else trying to get off the damn plantation to be free.
Facts.
Damn. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for that, DK. Guys, hit the like button. We just had 3 intelligent brothers break down what cryptocurrency is. Please hit the like button. I want to push this video out to many brothers out there in the atmosphere. And I do have 2 more questions actually before I open the phone lines. My first one is, and it's for each of you. How did you guys have the foresight to actually see that cryptocurrency would be what it is today? Because I remember back in 2016, maybe 2015, but definitely 2017, cryptocurrency was being talked about quite a lot. I remember in the UK in 2017, everyone was saying, buy crypto, it's going to blow up. It blew up, then it went down. How did you guys see when you first invested that cryptocurrency was going to be big around this time or in the future? And when did you first start investing in cryptocurrency? So 2 questions for each of you, starting with Cozy212. First one is, when did you start buying cryptocurrency, so the year specifically, and how did you know it was going to be such a valuable asset in the future?
Right.
Go on, bro.
So,
Cozy.
yeah, I'm here. So, as far as foresight goes, I didn't fully have that at first. I got the foresight from it once I actually started doing some real research into it. And after doing research and seeing, the developments going on in the background, not just with, cryptocurrency, but, with, what countries are doing, what banks are doing, what billionaires are doing in regards to the crypto space, that showed me instantly that, yeah, this isn't just, smoke and mirrors. This is legit. And then on top of that, after researching what the use cases were or the utilities were, that was the second, trigger for me to understand that, yeah, this is legit. My background, I have a pretty big technology background. I actually used to work at an internet payments company. I'm not going to say the company name, but I'm pretty sure y'all use it. It's a pretty big one. And from there, when I was studying startups, that helped me understand how, different technology or applications may work. And I pretty much just took that knowledge, applied it to the crypto space, and that's how I was able to start singling out, which coins are going to be good, if the technology was legitimate or not, if we actually needed it or not. And I pretty much kept working my way up from there. It's literally, it all comes down to your research. Like for example, if you go back to like the 90s, like the late 90s, when Amazon was just a bookstore or whatever, nobody really had the foresight of that, except for a few people with privileged information. But luckily, because we got the internet, you can look that up on anything nowadays. Like, there's no excuse. And as far as when I first bought Bitcoin, well, not Bitcoin. I didn't actually even really buy Bitcoin first. I got Ethereum first back in 2017, and then I got a little bit of Bitcoin, but I wasn't taking it seriously until around early 2020.
Crazy. Hey, thanks for that, Cozy212. Appreciate that. Going on to Trojan.
So pretty much what got me to get serious about crypto was reading the stories about Bitcoin and crypto millionaires. Like, bro, y'all gotta understand, there are people who've done this before. We're not the first ones, or we won't be the first ones. Like, if you buy, you're not going to be the first one. There are Bitcoin millionaires. Like, look up Eric Finman. He's literally, he was like he was a teenager, like 16 years old. His mom gave him $1,000 to pay for a scholarship. He took the money and bought Bitcoin when it was $10. Now he's a multi-millionaire. Now he's buying companies with his Bitcoin money, and he's buying more crypto with the earnings from the companies. And he's a multi-millionaire doing very well, right? Then there's a bunch of other people that are crypto millionaires, people who bought Bitcoin when, like I told you, the guy who bought Bitcoin when it was like 10 cents, and he's like traveling the world now. He goes anywhere he wants. He has a girlfriend from the UK. He goes to Germany, he goes to Australia, he goes anywhere he wants because he just got the money. He's a multi-millionaire now, and his money works for him. He stakes, he puts some in the stock market, and his money just continues to work for him, so he can literally do whatever he wants. And like I know Cozy was talking about being a digital nomad. Well, of course you had to do the Shopify and the make a product or be a fake guru. Like, there's a bunch of different stuff you had to do to become a digital nomad. But now, literally, you just gotta buy crypto and wait. Like, it can't get any easier. It really can't. Like, I mean, all you got to do is buy crypto and wait, and then you stake the large amounts of crypto. You keep your seed phrases safe, and you're literally making like hundreds of dollars a day doing nothing, absolutely nothing. So it's like, people need to tap into this, because it's like, even Nipsey Hussle was talking about this. His favorite crypto was basic attention token. But see, the black community doesn't understand how much money is on the table right now with crypto. They give in to the fear and the government's going to attack it. It's going to go to zero. It'll be made illegal. They cannot make something decentralized illegal. Remember what we said in the beginning. They have to go after every user to shut down the system. With the people who created the system, they know that's impossible. That's why they made the system. It's called decentralization for a reason. People need to understand what it means. It means you can't shut it down. You can't stop a transaction. You can't duplicate a transaction. You can't fraud. Like, you can't do any of that stuff. So it's like, we have this cash cow. This is the gold rush. This is the one chance. You don't need to have a skill. You don't need to take some fake guru's course. You don't have to, come up with an invention. You don't have to make some life-changing discovery. You don't have to have wealth handed down to you. You just need to invest your little bit of scrap money, like that guy who was buying fraudulent bank cards, put $46 into Bitcoin, and now he has 5 million. I mean,
Can you piggyback off of what Jordan said? And I'm not trying to say this to sound like a jerk or nothing. All you got to do is read and click a button. That's it. Read and click a button, bro. That's it. Let's go into the future real quick. Suppose some of y'all, you have a kid or something a couple years down the line, and they come to find out, like, do you really want to have to tell your kid that you missed out on buying Theta when it was like $14 and Theta's like $50,000? and they could have been rich and, you know, been good. Like, do you really want to do that? Nah. And then also, again, all you gotta do is read and click a button. There's no excuse. I know a kid, right? He has a condition or whatever, and he was in the hospital. I told him about crypto. Dude was in the hospital, had an IV in his arm, had tubes down his throat. He called the nurse, typed on his phone with the one hand he had free, said, bring me a laptop, started buying crypto right there. I know another guy who was losing his eyesight, and he flipped his disability money, and I'm not going to disclose how much he made, but he made a killing. Like, that dude is on his way to be a millionaire. All right. If those two people can do it, and by the way, the kid, all he invested was a stimulus check. He turned his stimulus check into $30,000 like in 3 weeks. You know, like, why leave this on the table? Why say, yeah, this is cool, and then come back later and be like, damn, I should have bought that when it was cheap? Just like people sell with Amazon, just like people sell with Tesla, just like people sell with Google, just like people sell with all these other companies, just like people sell with Bitcoin. Take the steps. There ain't nothing to be scared of. If you're already at the bottom, the only place you got to go is up.
Wow. Yeah. That's the one. If you're only at the bottom, the only place you can go is up. Nice term. Nice sentence, Cozy. Powerful. Thanks for that, Cozy 212. Trojan, so what year did you start investing in cryptocurrency?
Well, you know, I started investing in assets that were not tied to the US dollar specifically because I feel like our economy is in shambles. I started doing that in 2019. And then, you know, I started like inching into cryptocurrency. I was afraid of it because I didn't understand it. And I guarantee you that's why a lot of people are not getting into it because they don't understand it. They're afraid of it. What if this happens? What if that happens? That is the main reason a lot of people aren't getting into it. And it's the main reason why a lot of young people are becoming more wealthy than a lot of older people. Think about it. An older person gave into his 401k or his retirement account all his life. Let's say he made $1.5 million all his life. Some guy invested $180,000 of his life savings at the time, sold all his possessions, all of that stuff. He invested into Dogecoin when it was 5 cents. Do you believe that guy's a millionaire now, and he passed people who've been saving their whole life in their retirement accounts in 1 month? 1 month. He passed all of them. So this is the time we're living in. You can become a millionaire. You can. Yes, whoever you're listening to this show, yes, you can become a millionaire. But you got to invest in these small cap coins, the good ones, and hold it for a long time, and you can definitely get there.
So, Trojan, hold on. I just want to understand what you're saying. So what you're saying is all I got to do is read, and I can make a fuckload of money off of it?
Hey, mind the language, guys. Mind the language. PG.
My bad.
Hey, bro, there's a reason why reading was illegal for us black folks. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why.
Tell me all I got to do is go to VChain website and see that they got partnerships with Mercedes-Benz, BMW, food companies, and all this, and you know, biotech companies, and I could be flying around the world, doing whatever I want, you know, messing around with people's daughters and seeing the sights and shit.
You can be financially free just like many other Bitcoin millionaires. And by the way, that Bitcoin millionaire that bought $3,000 of Bitcoin when it was 10 cents, he was black. And guess what? His favorite place is Germany. And I bet y'all can guess why. You know, he's living his best life, having his fun, because he did what every other person was afraid to do. He invested into Bitcoin. So what y'all need to do is invest in these cryptos because nobody else wants to do it.
Hey,
not only that.
Hold on, bro. I told you guys about Germany, man. Brothers are getting rich off crypto and moving to Germany to mess with German women. I told you guys about Germany. But go on, DK. It's your turn now.
Not only that, to kind of, before I go into what I have to say, but to kind of add to what Cozy was saying, Actually, I was doing a side thing for a while where actually I had Japanese salarymen and Japanese engineers that were actually paying me to teach them cryptocurrency investing, because most of the cryptocurrencies that are going to make you rich, there's no information on it in Japanese. And it got to the point where when I decided I was going to quit doing it because it wasn't worth it for the time anymore for me, these guys, they said, well, if you just keep sending us the information, we'll figure it out. These guys cannot read or understand English at all. I had to use all Japanese to communicate with them, and they are getting it. So anybody in America who says, oh, or in the UK or any Anglophone country who says, oh, this is too difficult, this is too hard, that just means they don't want to get out of their financial situation or improve it badly enough, because I got dudes in Japan, Taiwan, South Korea. I even got some dudes in Rwanda and Tanzania, and a dude from the Gambia that are out here going hard on this who can barely understand any English, and they're figuring it out. So if they can figure it out, anybody else who has English as their native language can figure it out. That's the first point.
So
Awesome.
so hold up, DK. That can't be true. So you mean to tell me all they did was Google what they were trying to look up that they couldn't find in Japan, and they about to be, like killing it out here with the money?
Bro, one of these Japanese dudes, he introduced me to a Digibyte site that has been put up in Japanese, bro.
Yeah, I heard it here first, yo. You can Google and go to Rice Money Heaven, wherever the hell you want to go. Like, bruh, like, this is crazy. I can't believe it.
There you go, guys. Which is why I'm telling you guys, stop watching Netflix, stop messing around, stop worshipping celebrities, stop flipping, being so obsessed with celebrity culture, and focus on things that will benefit your life personally. Because in the UK, what I'm seeing is all these young men and young women, it's all about celebrities, what they're doing, blah, 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 athletes. I don't care about that. How are they benefiting your life in any shape or form? Start being serious, start reading, and gain this knowledge. DK Polyglot, a question for you. What year did you start investing in cryptocurrency?
Oh, wow. Before I answer that question, I have one thing I want to say.
Sure.
International passport. Basically, I think I may have started a kind of an underground cult, because I came out with this on I said it on Solo TV 84 stream, solo stream. I came out and I said it on a heating stream. I'm a damn crypto sexual. I am sexually attracted to cryptos the way most dudes are sexually attracted to women. Not like I want to put my my man parts inside of a machine, but what I am saying is this: the excitement that a man gets from chasing women, I get that excitement from chasing wealth and chasing cryptocurrencies. I literally get a thrill out of it, and it drives me. It would probably be a mental illness if it wasn't so damn good for my financial situation. But now to answer your question, though.
Wait, hold up, real quick. So, DK, you're saying you would rather be financially free, make like $1 million passive income, live your dreams, do whatever you want, than use pickup game?
Bro, let me tell you this.
You rather
There
do
was a
that
girl,
than chase the cheeks, bro? Like, for real?
bro, I had to leave alone this one girl that was half Colombian, half Japanese, that had demon throat so good. I had to look down at her with my eyes open to make sure if I was in her mouth or in between her legs, bro. She was literally that damn good. Cryptocurrency addiction and becoming a crypto sector was the only thing that could free me from her, bro.
So, hold up, man. So, you rather buy some internet money than buy some New Jordans, bro? Like, for real?
Bro, it's like this. V-Chain Thrower, I call it V throat, bro. V-Chain Thrower gives the best V throat on the planet,
keep
bro.
it PG, keep it PG, guys, keep it PG. Hey, carry on with the what year you started working.
Okay, so basically, when the Fukushima earthquakes happened on March 11, 2011, out here in Japan, I was on the 9th floor of a building, and the whole building shook. So I had to stay overnight in the building. Now, what's interesting is there's this place I used to like to go to eat in Roppongi called the Pink Cow. And it's basically, it's a Tex-Mex kind of California style bar that has good vegetarian and vegan food, right? And when I went there, they had their Bitcoin ATM there. So I kind of asked them about the Bitcoin ATM. And then I started looking into it more. And I realized a couple of years later that you could actually go and use Bitcoin to buy stuff at Yamada Dinky. There were a lot of sushi restaurants that would accept Bitcoin, and people were actually using it to buy stuff. So I was like, oh, how do I find out how to get this? I couldn't find the right information. So that tapers off. And a few years later, I started hearing about other cryptos. I did my research. I saw where it's going at, did even more research. And then I said, F it, I got to get in. So around 2016 is where I started putting money into it. Now, what's interesting is the first crypto that I bought it sometime in October. It was maybe 2016, 2017, around that time. It was Zcash. I put a lot of money into Zcash. That was the first one that I got. And I just started going from there, doing all my research, stalking these cryptos and learning everything I can about them before I put my money into it.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for that, guys. I think I will open up the phone lines in 5 minutes for questions that people have for you. But before I do that, one last question. XRP Ripple, what are your thoughts on that? Cozy, starting from Cozy 212.
My thoughts Stellar's better. That's it. Yeah, Stellar's better. But now, all seriousness, Ripple, it had its moment where it got shaken down or whatever, but that was just like a false flag. Like they were just trying to get some money out of that organization. That was about it. But it probably, I believe it's still going to do okay going forward. It probably lost a little bit of momentum, but it's going to pick right back up when this market starts going off in May and in the summer.
Is it a buy? Is it a long-term buy, or is it something you just buy quickly and sell it off very quickly?
Yes and no. The only reason why I say that is because you can keep it if you want, but there's just better options out there to buy. Like Stellar, like the same money like you would put in Ripple, you're better off putting into say like Polkadot or something like that. Just because of utility supply, it's going to go higher.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for that, bro. Going on to DK Polyglot, is Ripple a buy or not?
Well, for me personally, I got into Ripple in the beginning, when it was really low. It was like 20 cents, and I rode the wave up, made some money, and then I flipped it into some other cryptos. But for me, I don't really see the energy in Ripple being something that really matches well with my energy, with what I'm trying to do and where I'm going. So for me, if the energy of the crypto doesn't match my goals and what I'm doing, and their timeline and their roadmap doesn't match, and the action around it, I tend to walk away from it. So for me personally, it's not one that I would invest in right now, but it does have potential to do things in the future. But I see the main ones such as Theta, Cardano, Digibyte, and VeChain. I see them, and even Bitcoin Cash, as going way larger and doing way more in this short amount of time. Now, in the long scheme of things, it may do well, but for right now, for my goals, it doesn't fit.
Awesome. Thanks for that, DK. Children, what do you think about Ripple? Buy or not buy?
Not buy. I'm sorry. I hate Ripple. The reason being is because it's highly manipulated. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. There's a reason why, it's called the banker's coin. They're trying to make partnerships with other banks, but you got to understand, if they're making partnerships with banks and they want to work with banks for transactions and such, they got to keep the price low. That's the only way they can make it liquid. There's no way there can be a $300 Ripple, when they're making transactions with banks. It just doesn't really work. It's sort of, I'm sorry, it's sort of like a stable coin, to be honest. In my opinion, I would lean away from the currency, sort of cryptocurrencies, and I would lean more towards the sort of privacy and utility cryptocurrencies.
Facts.
Whereas they're innovating technology for the future. Because you got to understand, like in Brave New World, it's not, a bunch of different companies. It's one company. It's one thing that's going to take over everything else. So you got to identify that, such as, again, like a bunch of people said, Theta. Like that is going to be a huge company because they are the co-creator of YouTube is behind it. Like, it's going to be huge eventually. It's the new generation of utility. And again, Amazon. When Amazon started, it was just a bookstore. But think about it. What do you use Amazon? You can buy iPhones, you can buy whatever you want, earbuds, phone cases, whatever, right? But it just started off as a bookstore. You got to get those companies that are hungry. Like Robert Kiyosaki talked about this. He only invests in companies that are small, but they're hungry. They're hungry to create more, to innovate, to change the whole paradigm, right? Ripple, I'm sorry, that is a strong no for me because as far as I'm concerned, it's a stable coin.
to carry off of what Trojan said, again, like I said before, there's just better options to get. Like Ripple is great, but all you're gonna do is buy that, and then once it runs up and sell it. Versus if you keep something like Theta or Zilliqa or Cardano where it stakes, not only is your net worth going to go up, but you're going to have that crazy passive income. So instead of you selling that, Ripple off and that's all the money you got, you can just let your crypto sit, make money in your sleep. And like, think about it. If you got like 5 staking cryptos and you're making 100 grand a month from all your staking rewards, which is going to be very possible for a lot of people, that would be the better option overall, because now you got that passive income to do more stuff. Like you can take that money, throw it into stocks. If you want to do real estate, you can do that. You can buy more crypto with it. It's going to open up your options a whole lot more.
Awesome, guys. It's been a 2-hour stream on U3, dropping crazy intel about cryptocurrency. I did not expect you guys to be so knowledgeable in this particular matter. So I want to give a personal thanks to each and every one of you for this incredible intel. This intel, in my opinion, is life-changing. This kind of free intel can make someone rich in the future. And I'm thankful that you guys are knowledgeable in this area and you're able to provide that knowledge to other individuals who are watching this live stream. So that is much appreciated. I am going to open up the phone lines in a few seconds. I ask for you guys to keep it PG, no swearing, no N-word use, don't attack anyone, keep it cordial, and ask and don't disrespect any of these guys. These guys are solid. They're good guys. So if I hear any disrespect, I'm blocking you. Straight as that. Simple as that. I will block anyone who disrespects anyone on this panel, including me. All right. So in the meantime, guys, hit the like button to push the stream out to many individuals all around the world. We want more brothers to get this intel. First of all, guys, if you want to get in touch with me, again, here is my IG. Let me know and I will get back to you straight away. DM me on IG. This is also my Twitter account. And you can also see my Facebook group going along the screen. Get in touch with me. I will post a link here. Give me a second to call in. So let me get that up. What a stream. Crazy stream. Yeah, so here's my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Get in touch with me. I strongly encourage you guys to get in touch with me on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter as well. I want brothers to get this game. I mean, we got black men need to rise all around the world. No joke. I'm tired of, seeing us just, it's really frustrating, honestly, man. I want brothers to get rich, millionaires. Here's my Twitter link as well. So Twitter, IG, follow me, get in touch with me. I will now post the calling link. We need more black millionaires. I'm not even kidding. More black men millionaires. No joke. And enough of that hip hop nonsense or that, at being an athlete, blah, blah, blah. This is the way to get rich. Start focusing, start reading, gain this knowledge, and the black man will rise. All right. So here's the calling link. I will pin it. Yeah, of course, YouTube won't allow me to pin the calling link. Absolutely pathetic.
Shout out to Google.
See, I can't even pin it. This is a joke. It always does that all the time. All right, calling, guys. That's the calling link. El Selector. Oh, that's a bro. I'm gonna add you to the call, El Selector. El Selector, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm good still. I'm good. I'm just here, just peeping game, just soaking in information. That's about it.
How did you find the live stream? Was it very beneficial to you personally?
Yeah, definitely extremely beneficial. There's a lot of information being given out here. Definitely taking notes. Just have a few questions I like to ask the individuals here, the brothers here. regarding crypto. But I really appreciate it. By far the best stream, I have to say.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the intel. Thanks for the feedback. Sorry, Selector. So go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, I just have a question for these brothers right here. I just want to know, I was listening to you guys and you guys were talking about storing your crypto. You guys were talking about having a hard wallet and having a soft wallet. I just like to know, what is the difference between the soft and the hard wallet? I still don't understand that. Please, somebody ask.
Cozy 212, I think you're the best person for that question.
All right, so the software wallet is just pretty much like an application on your phone that you can store your crypto on. The hardware wallet is a totally separate device that you can put your crypto on and isolate your crypto supply from the internet totally. So if you want like Fort Knox for your crypto, you want to get a hardware wallet. You are gonna need a software wallet though, so you can interact with other exchanges and transfer your crypto freely. That's pretty much the only difference. But I recommend having both.
Okay, so a software wallet. Okay, he's showing a picture of a Ledger Nano X. Okay, that's a hardware wallet. Right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so the software wallet, basically, can it be hacked? Prime example, like I lose my phone at the nightclub, or I'm out on a night and I lose my phone. Can it be hacked? If I lose it and somebody gets my my phone at which obtains my software wallet in there?
As long as you don't have your private keys stored on your phone, you're fine. It's literally to the letter. I cannot stress this enough. People that get their software wallets hacked, it's their fault, straight up, because they're being careless. They're storing their information on your computer, your phone, their iCloud, or whatever. As long as you take the precautions to secure your device, you're not using 123 ABC for your passwords, anything like that, you will be okay.
Okay. Another question I got for you guys is this. I want to know, what's your take on the GRT Graft? What's your take on that crypto? And what's your take on Pancake Swap? Is those two cryptos that are potentially going to go up in the future? And is that those two cryptos profitable?
I would say Trojan's the next person to answer this. Cody's already answered one. Go on, Trojan.
Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to add on to that last point. Obviously, a lot of people can't get hardware wallets out the gate. But I had the same concerns you had. I really did. I was terrified of cryptos. I came from gold and silver. I did not want to get into cryptos because I was afraid somebody could just hack my wallet. Nobody can hack your wallet unless they get your keys. Nobody. There is absolutely no way they can hack your wallet unless they get your keys. If your private keys are written down on paper only, no digital copies, there's absolutely no way to hack it. But if you put it anywhere, password manager, notepad, email, picture, it doesn't matter. If you put any digital copy, it can be hacked. So as long as you write it down on paper or in a notebook and you keep it protected in like a fireproof safe or somewhere, there's no way nobody can hack it. But in terms of the graph, it's a decent one. It's not one of my best picks because I gotta be real, there's a lot of ERC20 tokens that are doing well. ERC20 means that it's under Ethereum's network. There are a lot of ones that are doing well, but this year they're doing well because the rising tide raises all ships. All cryptos are going up this year, no matter what it does. The worst crypto will still go up this year because Bitcoin is shifting the liquidity so that every other crypto absorbs that liquidity. In terms of Pancake Swap, that is a very good crypto. I think Pancake Swap, Sushi Swap, 1inch, even Binance Coin are really good because of liquidity reasons. People need to get their coins. They need to use their exchanges and their DEXs, decentralized exchanges. They need to use those so that they can swap different coins. So yeah, it's definitely a good one. Definitely very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I just want you guys, is it possible you guys could break this down really quickly? I know a lot of people tend to basically buy their crypto on places that you're not eligible to use a ledger. So prime example, some people use like some people use like Cash App or other exchanges that are not letting you be able to take your crypto. Say if I want to move to like, I don't know, like Russia or something like that, and I could just take my ledger with me and go over to Russia with it. I know with other cryptos you can't do that. Can you explain and just break down why it's important for people to make sure that they get a ledger or some sort of hard wallet or soft wallet so they could take their crypto with them to other places around the world?
I would say, can DK Polyglot answer that question?
Yeah, well, I'm wondering what is preventing them from taking it with them would be my first question on that, because I would need more information, because I've taken my cryptos with me to Hong Kong, to Taiwan, to South Korea. I've taken my crypto, and I live here in Japan. I've taken my cryptos with me to the US. I've taken my cryptos with me to Kenya. And I never really had any problems because of the devices that you keep them on. I mean, if you have it in a software wallet, it's technically inside of a program in your phone. So unless they're confiscating your phones, but then you have your private keys back at home in a safe spot, you can always still retrieve it. So I don't understand what is it that's keeping them from taking their cryptos with them from one place to another. That's where I'm having difficulty understanding.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like prime example, if somebody has Robinhood or Cash App, basically they can only buy the crypto, so they can't take it with them anywhere. It's basically stuck on that app.
Oh, so you're talking about people that are using something like an
Yes.
exchange that forces them to keep it. Well, that's the thing. We have a saying that it's basically, if you don't have custody of it, it's not yours. You know, so if you give somebody, if you buy crypto from somebody and they just show you the numbers, but you can't move it and send it to another wallet, then basically you're just donating money to them as far as I'm concerned, because they show it to you, but you have no control over it in effect. So if they decided to, for some reason, to shut down your account, or they get a glitch in their system for any reason, they could deny you even the ability to even see what your balance is, because you don't even have access to your crypto. So I would recommend that anybody that's in that kind of situation, try to see if you can find a way, harass the customer support if you need to, but make sure that you get your cryptos either taken off of that exchange or out of that system, or you start up somewhere else. Because there's another thing to be mindful of. There are some of these wallets that are not really wallets, but they are actually an exchange that decides to disguise itself as a wallet, such as Atomic Wallet. When Cardano switched over to Shellynet, well, after about a week to 10 days, a lot of the other wallets and exchanges were even letting people move their Cardano wherever they want. But I had to harass the customer support on Atomic Wallet and go into the Google Play Store, go into the iTunes App Store, and give them really, really diarrhea, bad level reviews over and over and over until they finally caved in, and they pointed me into the direction of something confusing to take control of my crypto away from them. So I would recommend anybody in that situation to do whatever they got to do. Well, of course, obey the law, obviously, to make sure that they can get control of their cryptos back and move it somewhere else. But one more thing, make sure you move it to a wallet that you can control, either a software wallet or a hardware wallet, to where you control all of it. Because when I was in mainland China, actually, I bought some Zcash when I was in mainland China, when I was in Shenzhen. And I was thinking, I'm going to have to do this when I get over to Hong Kong. And I was like, well, I'm here in Shenzhen. Let me just do it real quick while I'm sitting here inside this Pizza Hut. And I did it because I used a VPN, because they got good VPNs to get past the great firewall that mainland China has. So the thing is this, you want to make sure that you get it into a wallet that you control, and make sure that you copy and paste the address exactly. Because if you make one small mistake on that address, it's gone. You literally made a donation to somebody, because if somebody has the address that you actually put, they get a free donation of crypto from you, and you cannot undo it. You cannot reverse the transaction. You're 100% responsible for it.
Does that answer your questions, El Selector?
Thank you very much, bro. You nailed it. Spot on. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for that, El Selector. Great questions. We have, before I go on any further, guys, please get the likes up if you're new to the stream. And also, Cozy212, if you guys are asking you for that crypto guide, do you mind posting a link on there for it? I'm not too sure what that was for.
All right, hold on.
All right, thanks for that, Cozy. Let me go on to Liam Johnson. How you doing, Liam?
Good evening. How are you doing?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Do you have any questions for anyone in the panel regarding crypto?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that as someone who's very young and like heavily invested in cryptocurrencies, I agree with everything you guys said, like 1,000%. Um, One question I have would be regarding the future of cryptocurrencies. So one thing I've heard is that as cryptocurrencies goes up, the dollar goes down, and that one day that cryptocurrency might just take over the like other currencies, as in like the dollar, like the yen and other stuff like that, and everything's gonna become digitalized. Like what do you guys think about that? Like and the reason why I say this is because obviously, I mean, in order to be able to understand cryptocurrency, you'd have to know that we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So what exactly do you guys think about that?
I feel like Cozy212 is the best person to answer that question, particularly regarding the fourth industrial revolution. If he's there, Cozy. Nope. So I think DK Polyglot had his thing on mute. It's gone, bro.
Okay, well, basically, I'm not going to go deep in depth on the fourth industrial revolution aspect of this question, but more to the point of the question of other currencies taking over. And what I see happening is we're going to have the CBDCs, which are basically the central bank digital currencies, where there's going to be a Russian ruble, the digital version of that. At the end of 2018, the Japanese government and the finance ministry, they're putting the finishing touches on the digitized version of the Japanese yen. And by now, it should be just about ready to go. SMBC, one of the biggest banks in Japan, is a part of that equation. So what we're going to have is that other countries' governments and their financial departments, they're going to try to get everybody to think that their digital versions of their fiat is going to be just as valuable as the real cryptocurrencies. And they're going to pay people in those. People will get their salaries in that, and everything's going to eventually go digital. That's what's going to happen. But it'll be some kind of strange switchover where it'll be like you get a certain percentage of it when you switch it over. Like you switch your Japanese yen over, it's a digital. You don't get the 100% value. You maybe get 75% or something like that.
Does that answer your question, Liam?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions you want to ask, or?
No, that's it. I just really wanted to say that I really appreciate the panel. Love the guys on here. We need more black men in cryptocurrencies, and like you guys said, we need more black millionaires and billionaires that aren't obviously into celebrity stuff, as in like the sports or the music industry, like as such.
Facts. 100% facts. More black millionaires, billionaires, lawyers, doctors, stockbrokers, crypto millionaires, etc., etc. Let's move away from that sports, hip hop, entertainment, comedian stuff, because that does not build wealth. We want more power all around the world. We need to work in industries that give us power. Being an entertainer does not give you power. Shaking your WAP on live TV does not give you power. Rapping about killing another black person does not give you power. So let's move away from that and start focusing on things that will give us power and wealth. So I'm gonna drop you off the call, Liam. Stay on the line though. Let me add in Wayne. What's up, Wayne?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, so I just want to say thanks so much, bro, for organizing the live stream. It's so inspirational.
You English?
Yeah, bro. London up in the house here. Two of us
You're from London?
Yeah. We're gonna connect after.
Your what's it called? Your microphone's a bit dodgy. Your voice.
Hello? Yeah, this computer. Oh, sorry, bro. Can you hear me?
I can hear you properly. Yeah, you're from London, yeah?
So, again?
You're from London?
Yeah, South London.
Hey, that's the bro, South London. I see you, bro.
So we got to start doing things. So yeah, just thanks again to the panel. Really, really informative. So my question for the panel really is that I've really got a lot of useful information about helping to expand my crypto portfolio. I need to just find out from the panel what they thought about pivoting away. So based on what I've heard today, I've kind of invested in some of the exchanges, Binance, PancakeSwap, kind of the gas period.
Yeah, dude. Wayne, we can't hear you. You keep dropping that in and out, and your microphone's a bit bad. Can you try and go to an area where you have a better sound and maybe move your phone away from your mouth so there's a good distance?
Hello?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, yeah, so what I was wanting to ask the panel was, got a lot of information about how to pivot into. I'm currently invested in BNB and PancakeSwap because obviously gas fees at the moment are making a lot of kind of smaller investors in PancakeSwap and BNB. They think that I should pivot away from them because they're only really benefiting the short term until kind of the gas fees go down, and invest in kind of some of the smaller kind of coins that they mentioned today.
Well, can I take this one? Or
Yeah, go on, Trojan, go on.
okay, so I think you're saying you're investing to sort of larger cap cryptocurrencies, and you're seeing that they're sort of recommending smaller ones, and you're thinking
Yes.
that you should probably get into a few of them. I think yes, you should. Like I said, if you put $1,000 of your paycheck into BNB, you get 2 BNB, right? The
Yes.
BNB goes to like, I don't know, like $3,000. That's like what? 2, 4, 6. That's a 6 times your profit, right? But let's say you invest in Digibyte or VChain, right? That's like 20 cents, right? You put $1,000 into it, you get thousands of VChain, thousands of it. And now the thing is that we got to stop with this whole like we want quick money. We gotta understand what delayed gratification is. We gotta understand, okay, we were not early. We didn't come early to this, but let's try to get into what we can now, and then understand that that's gonna go up in the future. Now, when you buy your VChain or your Digibyte, that's gonna be $10 one day, and people are gonna be buying that one day, and then when they're buying that, they're just making you more money the more they buy it. But you already have thousands because you bought it at 20 cents. My thing is this: I would not say to sell your Binance or Pancake. Those are amazing coins. Binance is even challenging Ethereum's whole network entirely. So no, do not sell those coins. Keep them. But what I will say is you got to get some smaller cap coins in your portfolio. Those smaller cap coins are going to make you a millionaire. Those are the coins that are going to make you rich. Yes, Binance coin is good. PancakeSwap is amazing. They are great coins. But you got to understand, you got to have some coins that are in the cents, that are 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 20 cents. Because when those coins get to $1 and they have their chance to shine, you become a millionaire off of it. You gotta understand, you got PancakeSwap, right? I think that's around $20 or so. That goes to $40. You get 2 times your profit. Yay! You get 1,000, you get 2,000. That's okay. But think about if you bought Pancake back down when it was low, or think about, let's say you bought a coin like that when it was like 10 cents or so. It goes to $40, you're a millionaire. So that's how we got to start thinking. Definitely keep those coins. They're great coins, but get some coins that are in the cents. Get some coins that are really low and ride those up. Be patient. This is not. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If you can get rich overnight, of course everybody would do it. But you know why people are not into crypto? Because you got to be patient for it. You're not going to become a millionaire tomorrow. But if you invest a lot of it into it and you wait like 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, even 5 years, like many other people, you're going to see millions of dollars in profit easily.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Trojan. Wayne, before I drop you off, how did you find my channel?
Actually a friend. So a friend of mine we were talking about kind of just the fact that it's hard to find feminine women.
Awesome. Yeah, you come to the right place.
And
Sorry?
then he said basically, check you out. You talk about kind of going overseas, find feminine women, their nature. Followed what from your videos, and then you had another video before about crypto for other guys, and then obviously I subscribed, came up on my notification that you had this live stream today. So I was waiting.
Awesome. Welcome, Wayne. Get in touch with me on IG or Twitter. I want to speak to you more about our UK experience, and we might have a live stream for UK guys only. I'm gonna put you on mute, and I'm gonna drop you off the call real quick, but stay in the queue, yeah? Okay, let me bring in Zach Hayes, the brother. What is up, Zach? You right?
I'm doing great, man. I actually just got home from work doing 16-hour shifts, man.
Hey, listen, hopefully within the next 1 year or two, you don't need to work 16 hours. You become a crypto millionaire. You can retire and travel the world and meet foreign women. That's the plan, bro. So, how did you find this live stream? Do you have any questions for anyone in the panel?
Well, you know, I subscribe. Not only did I subscribe to your channel with this YouTube account, I'm a subscriber with other YouTube accounts that I have. And the question is, so the reason I'm working 2 jobs for, you know, a while, and like the majority of the income that I provide from my second job, I was thinking about just buying like 3 or 4 Tesla stocks, not dividends but stocks. Like, is that for anyone in this chat? Like, is that a good investment, or should I just start off small instead of like paying 600 per stock, like to expect the immediate like result?
Yeah, so let me answer that question because I invest in stocks quite often. So you mentioned Tesla stock. So I was watching the Tesla stock market this morning, and Tesla went up today, but yesterday it dipped. So if you bought it yesterday, you would have been up around a couple dollars. So I would say give it a week or two before buying Tesla, because Tesla is actually in trouble. So there's a major lawsuit against Tesla regarding their self-driving cars. Apparently it crashed in America or some country. So that might affect their stock. So I would say definitely buy Tesla, but give it a week or two to get more money for your buck, or more buck for your money, however it's called. And also dividends are also a good choice as well. Dividends is something you hold on to for 20 years at least, or 10 years. It's very slow, but it brings you more wealth. So you know that if you invest in the S&P 500, you've got that in the background that's giving you more wealth until you retire. Most people hold the S&P 500 for 40 years, 50 years. So that I would definitely say go ahead and buy it. Go on, Zach.
Yeah, and I was also interested in like buying about 2 or 3 Chipotle stocks. I know that's probably the second highest stock on the market right now. I think it's about $3,000. Am I correct, per stock?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Are you doing your own research personally, or is it what people are telling you to do?
I'm just now getting introduced to it, just everything with stocks and crypto. You know,
Who told you to buy Chipotle stock?
I was just having a conversation with some guy at my job. He's into stocks as well. He said, "Oh, just spend $3,000." I don't think that makes any sense to just, you know, buy one big stock. Maybe I should do more research to find other companies that sell low stocks or probably pay dividends. I don't think that's really. I mean, that's just what I believe. You know.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Go on, Trojan. Yeah, go on.
So you got to understand, a lot of people who bought Chipotle stock, they had a reason behind it. You know, they did their research. They understood that, okay, Chipotle is partnering with a lot of local companies, and these local companies are giving fresh local produce, right? Chipotle is the only company that supplies their restaurant with fresh local produce, which is something that a lot of other restaurants cannot compete with, and that's why a lot of people invested in their stock. You know, it all comes down to research, and I strongly advise you to really research what you're investing in, because at the end of the day, it's not their money, it's your money. But I would really take it back to crypto, because like I said, crypto is the future of technology, of development, of you know, different, you know, innovations that they're going to have, like automation, where they're going to have like machines doing people's jobs and machines taking people's jobs. and that's going to be a big sector, especially with artificial intelligence. So it's like I would really, the main purpose is you got to really research what you're investing in. There's a main reason why people got into Chipotle, but it was mostly because they were doing something that no other industry can compete with, which was that they were using local produce to supply their restaurant and their food, which a lot of restaurants could not afford to do. But yeah, definitely, I would definitely research everything you invest in heavily.
Good point, Trojan. I want to back up your point there. Zach, I would say always buy low. Right now, Chipotle is a bit too high. And the people who are benefiting off Chipotle right now, they probably bought it 5 years ago. So they've made their gains already. What you should do is buy stocks that are still on the low end. And I'll give you a few examples. There's Cloudflare. That's a good stock that people are talking about. And it's only around in the 80s. But personally, I feel in 5 years, it will be around $400 per share based on how big the industry is growing that it works within. There's NIO, which is the electronic cars, basically the Chinese equivalent to Tesla. That's around in the 40s. There's also stocks like DraftKings, the gambling stock. Right now sports gambling is still in its early stages. So if you invest in one of these sport gambling stocks, such as DraftKings, in the next 5 years, it could really explode. There's also Microsoft. You can't go wrong with Microsoft, right? Microsoft, they're everywhere. There's still value in investing in Microsoft, even Facebook too. So definitely do your research. Don't just don't allow your friends to influence you on what to buy. Do your own personal research. Buy low. Look at the balance sheets. Do your due diligence. Make sure there's no debt associated with that stock, and you will do well. So that's my advice for you, Zach.
Yes, and another thing too, right? Like any market that involves problem solving, that's something that's a field I have to get into, and if that's a field that also provides a stock, then I have. What I mean by problem solving, just for example, Netflix, right? Like 'cause 15 years ago, you had Blockbuster. You were able to just walk inside of a Blockbuster and you had full access to DVDs and television shows through disc. But they realized that the world, is going to become more digital. And slowly in the 2000s, Netflix started mailing you the movies, mailing you any movie you wanted to have. And Blockbuster could provide it for you at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Then it slowly around the early 2010s, okay, it started providing you the movies that you wanted, through your television. And now it got to the point where almost a billion people, probably more than a billion people throughout the world, has Netflix. And like just stuff like that. Problem solving, being able to provide people what they need at that exact given time, but through the house instead of them trying to go outside, right? They could just do it at home. Even movie theaters, like that's slowly going to not be a thing within the next 10 to 15 years. Anyone can just stream a movie through their phone or tablet. Like look at commercials right now. Any movie that's coming out, you don't see only in theaters. You see on HBO Max. HBO Max is an app that you can stream on your phone.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Look for problem-solving stocks, and problem-solving stocks you can find that in most stocks. For example, the brother Wayne said, look at the genomics sector. I've actually been following that sector quite closely. There's a stock called PACB, Pacific Biosciences. I think they're going to be a very good company to invest in. So that's how you need to do your due diligence. And when it comes to stocks, due diligence is key. Focus on market cap and not the actual stock price itself. So low cap, mid cap, things that that allow you to grow, that will allow the stock to grow in the future. So that's my advice for you, Zach. Do you have any last questions at all?
I don't have anything else to say. It's just because I'm literally taking down all of these notes in my head right now. As soon as this live stream is done, I'm researching all of this stuff. I'm just glad they're able to let me know about this, man. You know.
Awesome. I would say get in touch with me on IG or Twitter. I can definitely send you a lot more stock recommendations for you to look into, bro. Yeah.
Give me some links if you can. Anything, man. I just want to learn.
I got you, bro. Don't worry.
That's
So let me, and Cozy212 said as well, look into fourth industrial revolution technology stocks. So a good example is space stocks. So you have the Virgin Galactic stock that, although it's quite low, it's not doing too well. We know for a fact in 5-10 years, there'll be space travel happening. So we know for a fact that that stock would eventually go very high. We also have SpaceX by Elon Musk. I think he might be going public in the next year or so. So make sure you get in on the IPO or the whenever it's released. All right, bro. Awesome. Guys, you want to call in? Call in right now, guys, if you want to ask any of us any questions regarding crypto specifically or stocks. Call in. I will post the call-in link in the chat once more. I encourage you, brothers, to call in. Any question on your mind regarding crypto, please call in. Here it is. So call in right now. Let me move on to El Selector. Do you have any more questions, bro?
Yeah, I do have just a few questions. I just want to know, just out of you guys, what's the top ledgers to get? Like, what would you say the top 5 ledgers are to get as far as hard wallets? Because I'm looking at getting them, so I just need to know.
I would say Cozy212 is the best person for that. Actually, no, sorry. DK Polyglots. He just showed his ledger. Go on, DK.
All right. Well, basically, what you got right here, I have the Ledger Nano S, which is good, but I recommend the X instead because, simply put, the X, it also has a Bluetooth functionality and it holds a lot more cryptos. With the S, you're going to have to delete some cryptos from it, but you won't lose the cryptos. You just won't be able to see the balance at that given time until you reinstall them. So the Ledger Nano X is a good one that's available right now. SafePal, it purports to be quite good, but I'm still waiting for the reviews on a couple of my guys who just recently got theirs in the mail and are setting it up. So I can't really recommend it 100%, but SafePal looks quite good and quite affordable. Now, the 2 Ledger Nanos, you can get them together directly from the company. They ship internationally, and you can get a good deal. Probably like around, I think it's maybe around $100 by now. I usually get them when they first come out. SafePal is on sale right now. The regular price is supposed to be $60 for one. You can get it for $40 now, and if you buy 2 of their items, you can get like free international shipping anywhere on the planet. So those 2, and the Engrave is supposed to be the best one, but we're still waiting for that one to be readily available. So that's the thing.
Thanks for that, DK Polyglot. What's your other questions, El Selector?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, man. Definitely broke it down. Can you guys just break down like some of the technology that's in Ethereum and like Polkadot? Like I was just trying to figure out some of that technology that's inside of the actual crypto itself. So you guys can just break that down. I know you guys are very knowledgeable.
Smart contract.
Cozy, okay, go on, Trojan, go on.
Sorry, I had to jump in. Smart contracts, bro. Ethereum is famous for their smart contracts. You know, back in 2016, when Ethereum was like just gaining traction, and Ethereum was like $6 at that point. It created something called ICOs, right? Where pretty much any company who had any vision, whatever, they could register under Ethereum's network, make a cryptocurrency for whatever their company wanted to do. An example is Basic Attention Token. It's ERC20. It's under Ethereum's network. What they wanted to do was have private internet streaming or private internet browsing, without third parties giving you ads and all that different stuff. And that's why you can download the Brave browser and you can look through, you can stream the internet, with privacy. And you can actually earn basic attention tokens. That was Nipsey Hussle's like one of his favorite cryptos. Pretty much smart contracts is pretty much the same thing that I just said. Like, you can get any company, any vision, any person can put their whole company, or put their whole vision under that ERC20 label, and they can make themselves a coin, and they can push their vision. So if you have a vision, you want to make a cryptocurrency that wants to help people, donate money to cancer relief agencies or something like that, right? You can just go under Ethereum. You don't got to code and do all that stuff and find digital engineers and make a crypto. No, you just go under Ethereum, you make a crypto under their name, and then your crypto is, on the network. But if people want to send or buy your crypto, they got to pay in Ethereum. So that's pretty much it. So now Polkadot is doing the same thing. You got to, send, buy cryptos, but it's paid through Polkastarter, which is one of, the cryptos that are under the Polkadot network. Or Zilliqa, they have ZillSwap. They have a bunch of Zill tokens, GZill, Port, Zwap, that are under the Zilliqa network, because that's a smart contract. They made a contract with Zilliqa. They're under the Zilliqa network, so they can push their dream through a crypto, right? And Theta's doing the same thing. A lot of other cryptos are doing the same thing. And pretty much it's like they are the ones giving life to the crypto space, because they understand it's not easy to just make your own crypto, but you can if you make your crypto under one of these networks. So you can focus on all the other stuff, the business side, and they can focus on making your crypto work on the blockchain. And then there are a lot of tokens that they have token swaps. They finally decide that they want to operate under their own network, and then they migrate to their own network and then leave the ERC20 network or the TRC20, like the Tron network, or they leave the they leave all these networks to go to their own once they develop it. But pretty much smart contracts is what makes it so that people with ideas and innovations can come into the crypto space with ease, because not everybody knows how to code. Not everybody knows how to make a cryptocurrency. So these cryptos like Ethereum, they make it easier for people who have visions to come in and just, I got a vision, I want to do this, but I don't know how to make a cryptocurrency. Ethereum's like, okay, you can operate under our blockchain. Just give us your vision, make your crypto.
Thanks for that, Trojan.
Yeah,
thanks. Appreciate that, Trojan. Thank you for that question.
I just got one more thing. Bro. I see someone in the chat say proof of work versus proof of stake. Could you just break down the difference between that? Because that just kind of threw me off, and I've heard that in the past, but I still don't really understand it. Can you guys break that down for me, please?
Cozy212, could you break that down for Selector? Cozy212. All right, DK Polyglots. DK Polyglot. Yeah. Hold
sorry,
on.
I was away from my PC for a minute. Went to another room. So basically, the way it works with the way proof of stake solves the problems. Man, this is a difficult one for me to answer because I haven't looked at this information in quite a while. But basically,
I just got back.
Okay.
Go on,
All
Cozy.
right. So, proof of work, in a nutshell, in like the simplest term, basically, proof of work is where you have to actually mine it. Like, I'm pretty sure you might have heard of Bitcoin miners. Proof of stake is literally you already have your cryptocurrency, right? So instead of mining it to get more Bitcoin or Digibyte or something, all you have to do to get more crypto from proof of stake is just lock it up on the blockchain and you'll get paid rewards every day. Well, some of them are daily, some of them are weekly, some of them are monthly. That's really the only real difference.
Does that answer your question, El Selector?
Yeah, that does answer my question. So I got a question. Is proof of work more valuable in the long haul just because of the fact that they're mining it, where proof of stake is something that they just put up there? So would proof of work be something of the nature of like the magnitude of basically it's going to be worth a lot more in the future just because of the fact that they've mined it and it takes a while for miners to mine coins?
Proof of work. Okay, the best way to explain proof of work versus proof of stake. Think of proof of work as a landline phone. Think of proof of stake as the cell phone. With proof of work, there's a limited amount of people that can actually do that. Because one, you got to buy the hardware. That's very expensive. A lot of people are uncomfortable with setting that stuff up. Proof of stake, all you got to do is go into your wallet, go to the staking option, and it just makes you new crypto. That's it. And also proof of work, it's, you know, it consumes a lot of energy versus proof of stake. You can do that anywhere. Like, you don't need a desktop computer with like 2 graphics cards and SLI or anything like that. You can just get on your phone, open up Moonlit, stake your Zilliqa, let it cook for a week, claim the rewards, rinse and repeat. That's all you got to do.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for that breakdown, Cozy 212. Slept, does that answer all your questions? Did you have any more?
Yeah, that answers my questions. I seen John Winters in the comment sections. He said proof of work is not scalable. The transaction fees will always be high and slow, so it's not good for high frequency transaction. It's great for contracts. So is that basically what it breaks down with proof of work there?
Cozy?
Yeah, everything John Winter said was on point. And that's another reason why everything's switching over to proof of stake instead of proof of work.
All right. I'm gonna definitely keep that in consideration. Thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no
Yeah.
problem.
Like, and I gotta just say one thing. Sorry. Proof of work is becoming outdated, just as Cozy said, with proof of stake. And as you can see, Ethereum itself is moving from proof of work to proof of stake, because proof of stake is much more easy. It's much more scalable, and it's much more usable with the general population, because everybody can stake. Not everybody has a computer that can run 24/7 to mine. You know, so just had to say that. My bad.
All right, thanks for that, children. Let me go on to Liam Johnson. Do you have any more questions for anyone in the panel, Liam?
No. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back to you later on, yeah? Let me drop you off the call. Let me add in Mark Lowe, who's joined the stream. Let's see. How you doing, Mark Lowe? You right?
I'm doing fine, man. Thank you once again for having me for the fourth week in a row. Good night to all the brothers here, man.
Hey, thank you for calling in, Mark. Yes, this is a cryptocurrency only stream. Do you have any questions for any of the brothers on this call?
Yes, I do. So I have a statement. I have a few questions, and I also have a story. You know, I'll start with the story. Believe it or not, well, not believe it or not, I don't have any reason to lie. I actually met and did a very small amount of business with the founder of Ethereum. I'm being completely honest with you. And we were doing Bitcoin transactions right here in New York, in Brooklyn. I got to know him on a first name basis, and we were to do future business. Now, he went off and continued with Ethereum. I was very skeptical about it. I didn't really say no, but I also wasn't a part of the plan. So it's not like, you know, I was supposed to go in business with him as far as the Ethereum was concerned. He told me about it and I just kind of brushed it off. And here I am, literally kicking myself in the face that I didn't stick around with him. But I also understood why he couldn't really stick with me, because what we were doing had nothing to do with Ethereum, and he put his complete time and mind frame into that. So that's an interesting story. I actually knew. It's not like I can, you know, recontact with him, but I knew the guy that started Ethereum. I know him on a first name and last name basis. What he did, what he does, his work history and everything, man. It's really amazing what it has come to, and I wish I did invest earlier. But
wait, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. You know Vitalik Buterin?
No, Joseph Bay, the bald white guy, the American.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
So I guess okay, one of the founders, not the actual founder. But yeah, Joe Bay, the bald white guy, that's the guy I had a personal contact with.
Still
And
impressive, man.
yeah, man, it was cool. And I think about it all the time, like, yo, like if you would have threw me some free coins and just said, yo, just hold on to these, you're gonna be okay. I would have loved that. But I never invested into Bitcoin. I just purchased and then used it pretty much immediately. What I want to ask now that I told you guys the story and I said I was going to have a question, I'm now the skeptic here. So if you guys can remember last week, I was asking Bruno a few questions on, how can this sustain and how can the government not just come in and just say, listen, the U.S. dollar is dying, and we're not going to allow that to happen. And Bruno did answer some questions. By the way, I did personally get with Bruno, and we are working out some things where I'll be patronizing him. So again, thank you, International Passport, for allowing all of these brothers to have a network. But
No problem.
My skepticism is, I'm hearing that any type of crypto can be formulated. Me myself, ever since this show, yes, I have started to invest in crypto and not just use Bitcoin, but now I'm investing in it. And yes, I am up about 6K, and I also do have a stake in Dogecoin or Doggy Coin, which technically it started as a joke, and it's literally a meme of that cute dog, but now it turns into a coin. But when is it going to be tangible to say, okay, I want to buy a ticket, since this is the International Passport Group. I want to buy a ticket to Thailand. Can I use my doggy coin to purchase this ticket? And my skepticism is, when will companies just start saying, listen, no, we're not going to take dog coin as a payment. We're not going to take et cetera coin as a payment, or Ethereum as a payment, because this is getting out of hand. Because it's unregulated or deregulated, anybody can make a coin. What's to stop a very popular person like Justin Bieber? He makes Beeb coin, and you're going to have 13 million 16-year-old females buying or making Beeb coin into a phenomenon. And what's to say the companies that we would use each and every day, whether it's to buy a car, buy a home, buy a ticket, buy some jeans, buy our hygiene products, what's gonna stop them from saying, no, we're not accepting this as a payment? So how will it eventually have intrinsic value? That's my big skepticism. And
All right.
when will it stop? So that's
Okay.
what I'm worried
Can
about.
I feel like Cozy 212 is the best person to answer that. Cozy, do you mind? Hold up, children. Hold up.
Can I
Cozy
actually let
212.
Trojan get this point?
Okay, go on, children. Go on.
I'm sorry. I really got to answer. Okay. So
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? You got to understand, was Bitcoin being accepted through the front desk of your grocery store when it jumped to $10,000, and then when it jumped to $20,000? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't. But it wasn't. We got to be real. I mean, the thing is, we got to be real. We are the minority. There are not a lot of people investing into cryptocurrency. And the thing is, if you become wealthy off cryptocurrency, you're not the majority. A lot of people are skeptical like you. They are fearful like you. They don't want to get into it. They think it's going to go to zero. They think they won't do well. The thing is that all these fears pushing people away, it's whatever. That's pushing them away from what it's going to eventually become. But at the end of the day, the crypto does not need, you got every single person to approve it for it to shoot up and for it to do what it needs to do. It's going to do what it's going to do eventually, because of the bull run, because of the liquidity, because of the institutional investors. A lot of these investors, they're not truthful with you, what they're doing with their money. It's really hilarious that people think like, oh, you know, these institutionally investors need to get into this, need to get into that. If you hear that they invested in something, they invested in it a while ago. That is old news. They do not let new news come to you. They let the old news come to you guys. So it's like they're making their plans, they're doing their things, and then when everything becomes mainstream, when it becomes big, that's when they let you guys know. The thing is, crypto is going to have its cycle no matter what anybody thinks. People can talk crap about Dogecoin as much as they wanted when it was 5 cents. Guess what? It jumped to 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, then consolidated, and just going to keep jumping more, no matter how much people hate it. So it's like, at the end of the day, you got to do your research for your own. You got to look at the coin, you got to understand this coin is going to keep going up. There's nothing that's going to stop it. We're in a bull cycle right now. Things are going to keep going up. I might as well buy it for the profit and then understand where the cycle is, and then I could sell accordingly or hold accordingly. You know, but like I said, many people who've gotten rich, they've gotten rich by holding. You know, so it's like, you know, you're talking about like when, you know, you should let go or you're skeptical of the investment. The thing is that everybody's skeptical of the investment. When they zig, you zag. When they go right, you go left. When you go with the masses, you never get the best prizes because that prize got to be divided with all the millions of people that went where you went. But if you go left when everybody went right, there's only 2 people at the prize station. That big old prize is divided by you too. That's why a teenager who had pimples, it's just awkward, no social skills, just random teenager became a multi-millionaire with Bitcoin because nobody was doing it at the time. But now it's cool. The institutional investors are in. Guess what? There's also no money to be made on it. So now we need to figure out the new thing. And we understand the new thing is Dogecoin, Theta, Zilliqa, right? Nobody wants to invest in them. They're scared. They think it's some risky investment that's going to go to zero, which obviously is not true. But that's what they tell you guys because they don't want unauthorized people to get wealthy. But that's another story, right? So let's say you get into that coin, you get wealthy off of it. You're one of very few who got wealthy off of that because not many people even took the chance of investing in that. You know, I told you, and I will say this one last thing because I'm not going to hog the mic. Right? One guy, again, he put 180K, his life savings into Dogecoin. He is now a millionaire. He is now a millionaire. He can retire. He cannot work
Wow.
for the rest of his life.
He put his whole life savings in Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yep.
He's got
Yeah.
100.
And
that's
you can say what you
madness.
want, but you can't argue with the results. And another thing too,
Wait. Before you do that, before you expand on his point, I don't want to be too skeptical because, like I said, I am invested in Dogecoin. Yes, I am, and the amount of cryptos that I did invest in during the week, actually, based on the last show, again, I am up $6,000. But what I'm saying is, now the Dogecoin has made that guy a millionaire. What's stopping institutional companies like Robinhood or anyone else? I know it's not traded on TD Ameritrade, which I use also, and I'm gonna expound on your point again that because I'm not new to this, so I'll tell you how and why. But let me just get this point out. What's stopping the companies from saying, we're not giving you 1 million liquid dollars for a meme coin? Now, let's just say you're on Craigslist and you want to sell your MacBook and your iPhone and your flat screen TV. You want to completely go into the caves and live like a monk for 1 year. So you sell all of your electronic goods. Are you going to accept Dogecoin as a payment if someone says, hey, I'll give you this Dogecoin for your goods and services? And is that going to be something that goes forward and it's going to have a tangible worth? Meaning, are you going to be able to buy a house from Dogecoin? Yes, you can buy a house from the earnings that you got from the investment. But when they start to see that, like, wait a minute, people are buying homes, property, real estate, and tangible goods in order to create generational wealth with a dog meme on a coin. That is my biggest fear, that the government is going to say, wait one goddamn minute, this is becoming a joke. And what you said about institutions already onto the next big thing before it gets popular. I did make that claim 2 weeks ago on this very show. No disrespect to anybody, because we're all the same, but I know when Black people start to say things out in the public, it now becomes more of a joke than taken seriously. If I hear little Uzi Vert talk about Bitcoin or investing in stock, no, I know it's funny. I know it's funny. But if you hear little Uzi Vert talk about investing in stocks or Bitcoin, 100% the institutions are not going to say, listen, the riffraff, they're in this thing now. We have to find something else. And I'm so afraid of that because I myself personally has invested $82,000 in stocks. When I went to Colombia for the last time in February 4th, February 4th and February 5th, I seen gains like no other. As soon as February 6th came, my portfolio was literally $306,000 in complete worth. And I'm being dead serious. Right now, as of today, my portfolio is back down to 142,000. So the 82,000 that I invested in, it's only at 142,000. Now, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Hold on, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to quicken up your point because I have like 10 more minutes left here in the UK. It's pretty late here.
What's stopping the government from saying, listen, you're not paying for a house with a dog on a coin? Go.
I'm sorry. Can I jump in real quick? Just
hold on, children. I've only got 10 minutes left. I want to make sure everyone gets a point to say last. So if you can quickly make your point, children, I want to go into every panel for the last point. So make your point very quickly.
All right, real quick. All right, listen, the same thing we said at the beginning of the stream, right? Decentralization. Nobody can go through the network unless they go to every person who owns a piece of the network, which is every single holder of the network. That's what decentralization is. They can't go to one spot and shut it down. If they don't like the Dogecoin, that's their issue. It's still going to be a currency as long as the people have faith in it. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Hopefully that answers your question for you, Mark. But later on down the weeks, we'll have more cryptocurrency streams and you can get all your anger out about crypto out. But thanks for calling in, bro.
I'm upset. I'm up 6K, man. I'm not mad at it, but I just want to know, like, when does it stop? I'm not mad at all.
No, this is healthy. It's actually good to have opposing opinions. It helps everybody learn and grow. So no, it's not a bad. I don't even take him as being mad. I just see him trying to pick our brains, see what we think, so he can learn more.
All right, awesome. Thanks for that, guys. I'm gonna go through everyone for the last statement. It's pretty late here in the UK. I need to get out of here. But DK Polyglot, do you have any last statements to say?
Yes. The first part of it is simply, well, I was here in Japan and I saw that major stores were accepting Bitcoin for purchases. So it's the value that people assign to things when they decide to exchange for it. And governments, as much power and control as they have over people, they can't stop people for deciding they want to trade something in order to get something else. They can't stop people from bartering as much as they would like to. Even countries like China and India, they make it illegal and then they make it legal and then they make it illegal again and again, and people keep doing it anyway. But my main point is this. It's important for us to have these kind of conversations and to have these discussions and pick each other's brain and find out what's going on and what we can learn from each other so that we can go forward, so that no matter what financial instrument that we're using to get our freedom that we're going into, that we can all share this knowledge with each other and move forward with it, no matter what the rest of the world thinks about it. Because people thought Bitcoin was a joke until suddenly they looked up and it was worth $20,000 for just one of them. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what they think about things. People thought hip hop and rap music was a joke until they started having sold out stadiums all over the world for concerts in it. You know, so it doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks about it. What matters is what can it add to our lives that is tangible, that can improve the quality of our lives. That's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you very much for that, DK Polyglots. Cozy212, do you have any last statements, please?
No last statements. Trojan and DK actually already said what I was going to say.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for that, Cozy. Who else do I have to speak to? L Selector, do you have any last statements before I end the stream?
Yo, I just want to thank you, International, for having this tonight. This was by far the best stream that you've had. So kudos to you. I'd like to also thank the guys that came through tonight and educated all of us on crypto. This was well needed and this is very necessary. Also, yeah, I appreciate everything and I'm signing out. Peace.
Awesome. Thanks for that, El Selector. Wayne, do you have any last statements before I end the stream? Okay, I think Wayne's gone.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I just say basically thanks for organising this, and thanks to the panel for giving me time tonight. Been very, very informative.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Wayne. Let me bring in Mark real quick to get his last statement. Give me a second. Hey, Mark, do you have any last statements at all, apart from any deep thoughts?
No deep thoughts. Thank you to all the brothers that come by faithfully every week. Hopefully we can continue going. And I did make good, solid connections with Bruno and the brother from Israel. Hopefully we all can. And once again, I'm up 7K. I'm just hoping that somewhere along the line, little Uzi Vert doesn't hear this and the government.
Hey, thanks for that, Mark. Thank you for calling in. Let me go on to Trojan. Do you have any last words, bro?
Guys, I'm sorry, bro. This is your last chance. This is your last chance to get, ridiculous levels of wealth for literally doing nothing. All you got to do is invest and have faith, because the rest of the population doesn't want to have faith. They look at Doge, they look at Bitcoin, they see it as a joke. They don't want to invest. But I've shared with you guys, there's a black man, and probably not the first, that's traveling the world, going wherever the hell he wants. Wherever he wants. He's doing whatever he wants because he's financially independent because of cryptocurrency. Because all he did was invest $3,000 and he waited like about 5 to 7 years. Like, we gotta do better. We gotta understand the opportunity that's in front of us. So please invest in cryptocurrency. If you keep your cryptos, you hold them, you stake them, you more likely than not will become a millionaire. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace to the chat.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Trojan. Zach Hayes, do you have any last statements?
Yeah, man. Like, I was agreeing with the guy who was speaking, before, how it really doesn't matter on who's in charge or who's, working with Bitcoin. If Uzi Vert wants to be a part of the Bitcoin community, it doesn't take away from my future success. It doesn't take away from my vision and how I see myself becoming a millionaire from it. Because I know I'm willing to put in the work. I'm sure all of the rest of the brothers in this chat is willing to put in the work as well. So don't worry about who's doing it. Just worry about how you're gonna maximize the most out of the Bitcoin, out of crypto.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Zach. All right, guys, I'll say my last statement. Thank you to each and every single member of this panel, in particular the original panel. So that's DK, Polyglot, Trojan, and the legendary brother Cozy212. the guy who got me into crypto, and I appreciate the knowledge that you guys have dropped in this live stream. Thank you so much for the time you've taken out to educate us brothers. Your knowledge and your expertise will definitely be of benefit for us. So I would definitely want to have you guys in a future stream to talk more about cryptocurrency and stocks too. But once again, thank you so much, guys. It's much appreciated. This kind of intel people pay for, and the fact that you're giving it away for free just shows you how kind-hearted you guys are. So once again, DK Polyglot, Children, and Cozy212, thank you so much. Okay, guys, if I end the stream, please hit the like button. If you've not liked the stream, please hit the like button. If you want to get every upload, every live stream, every post from me, I suggest you click on the notification bell next to the subscribe button. But in the meantime, please hit the like button. To get in touch with me, again, my Twitter is here. This is my Twitter. I strongly suggest you DM me on Twitter or on Instagram. Here's my Twitter. And here is my Instagram as well. Get in touch with me. And any questions you have regarding traveling, foreign woman, of course, let me know. Okay? So get in touch with me on Instagram or on Twitter. In the meantime, guys, hit the like button. And if you've not subscribed to me, subscribe to me if you're a new member of this channel. Once again, thank you so much for your time to all the smart brothers, and the intel that was given to everyone is much appreciated. Cody212, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, I know all y'all on here use multiple social media platforms. Share this video on every platform. Send this video to people you care about, you know, your cousin, a friend of yours or something. Spread the word.
Thank you for that, Cozy212. Definitely, this video right here is most definitely my most important video so far. You know, this kind of video can open up someone's mind and, you know, change their life in the near future. So like Cozy212 said, share this video around, and let's get the video out to many brothers out there. But in the meantime, I will see you guys on my next video, and hit the like button, take it easy, and get me up to 70 likes. We're on 63 likes. We've got 7 more likes to do. If you've not liked the like button, hit it right now. So I'm on 63. Get me up to 70. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining in. DK Polyglot, I want to speak to you more about your experience in Japan. So hopefully we'll set up a live stream. Cozy212, you'll be there as well. Children, you'll be there as well. Every single one. Thank you so much. Again, DK Polyglots, Trojan, Cozy212, much thanks. You guys are legends. Go on, Cozy.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. We'll set up some topics in the back chat and organize from there.
100%. Thank you, bro. All right, guys. I'm going to end the stream right now. I'm tired. It's pretty late over here in the UK. But thank you so much for watching and joining in this live stream. And I will see you guys in my next live stream. Take it easy and peace out. See ya.